technology at the end of the day.
Never. It's just Garbo. This is the creature, you guys. Oh my god. Oh.
And I hail Satan, my girl Jesse Robbins. I love you.
No, I haven't. So last night I was in a meeting with Mickey, and then I did one more meeting with Twitch staff, and then literally I opened up Discord, and I was telling Mickey about it, and he has the opposite problem, which is hilarious. So he gets messages, and when he opens them, the little bubble won't go away. I don't get a little bubble for any of my DMs. And so I started going and looking through my DMs, and they're all blank. So I literally tweeted at Discord. I was like, I don't know what to do. I'm lost and alone. Oh my god, other side music. This merch is amazing. How dare you, Sexcellent? How dare you? All right. Monkey Jesus, my dear friend, has created this monster for us, and I'm going to let him tell you about it because I am not the one. And tell me if you guys,
Hello,
if the volume's
friend.
not good for everybody.
Yeah, I do speak a little bit softly, so just shout, because I probably won't. So today we are working on a frog hemoth. I've been doing a couple of D&D monster sculpts, like a series of them, because I'm moving in with a couple of people that are really into D&D, so
And
we're
have
gonna
a 3D
print a whole...
printer.
Yes. So we're going to
So
print a
exciting.
bunch of D&D monsters like to scale. So each monster will be to scale of each other according to what it's supposed to be in D&D. So this is my second in the series so far. I did a beholder as well. I'll open it quickly so you guys can see what I mean.
So, Alex, I'm not putting any tags on because I've been instructed by Twitch staff that that is how we're being targeted for those hate raids. So I don't have any tags. They're literally they're targeting the LGBTQ plus tag, which makes it so much shittier. Anyways, go on and tell us about your beholder.
Yeah, so this was the first one I did in the series. So, like, I did a render of it like it would look with the model for when we print
Oh
it.
my god, that's so cool.
And then
So fucking
I
cool.
painted one as well and rendered it sort of in like this posterized style.
I didn't see that one. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's like with the color and stuff all painted in.
I was telling Mickey, so I don't know if you guys remember the character, but it reminds me of Hermaeus Mora from, I think it's Morrowind? I don't even remember which game Hermaeus Mora's in, but like the big tentacly guy with all the eyes. He's a really cool guy, but I love it. I'm trying to open Stream Raiders while he talks, just so you guys know.
So yeah, so now, I don't know, I wanted to do like some big monsters. So like I was looking at the Tarrasque and the Frog Hemoth, but I decided that a Frog Hemoth would be more fun because it's a Froggo.
I love
It's just
him.
a giant,
Oh, you added
badass
teeth!
Froggo.
Oh my god, he has
Yeah.
like shark teeth.
So they're
Oh.
just very basic shapes right now. We'll be going in and like sculpting the gums and stuff like that to make them look a bit more realistic.
Ooh, there's a
It
question
also
for you.
it also needs a big
Kino.
swoopy tongue.
Oh, he's gonna, yeah, because it's like a frog creature. I just wanted, before we miss the question, Kino Ghoul said, what render does ZBrush use, or did you use another external renderer?
So ZBrush has an internal renderer. It uses a system called Best Pixel Renderer, but it also has a lot of GoZ functions, which are functions that allow you to work with and import what you're working with into other softwares, like other third-party softwares.
Mm-hmm.
So it has integration with a rendering software called Keyshot. But if you want to like do like quick stuff, like for these projects, I'm not really worrying too much about rendering super realistic or anything. So I'm just rendering in ZBrush, and then messing with the settings and stuff like that to get an effect that I like.
Sick.
Because you have a decent amount of control in ZBrush, enough really for me.
I mean, it doesn't look
But-
like there's anything you can't do. Like, it's so smooth and beautiful. And I was telling him, like, if you guys see the, oh, here, let me shrink the screen a little bit so you guys can see what I'm seeing on the bottom. He has the model of the actual D&D creature on the bottom, but the way that Mickey did the tentacles, he makes them so they go, like, under the ground. And he was telling me that when you 3D print it, like, those tentacles, you can move them on the board, you know? Like, if you're attacking a square that's 7 places away, you move your little underground tentacle. Like, I love that. I think that's such a cool extra thing.
Yeah, so these are like the individual tentacle pieces that kind of like go underground.
I love
I
them.
haven't checked exactly what the stat block is and what the skills are, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's got some kind of entangle move or something like that. So I figured it would be cool
Yeah.
to have. And it's just
Ooh,
like a
I'll
bit
look it
more
up.
interesting to do
What's he called in
because when
D&D? What was he called
a
again?
froghemoth,
Froghemoth. I'm going to look him up while you talk. Go ahead.
I've got some references here if you guys want to check them out. I think this is from the Monster Handbook here, this main one.
Let's see.
Got some other models here, some 3D prints from other people.
He actually doesn't. His skills are perception and stealth. Interesting. He doesn't look stealthy to me.
Interesting. Probably like chills at the bottom of bogs and things,
Yeah.
lying in wait.
Oh, it's bludgeoning damage and the target is grappled. So yeah, a little bit of what you were talking about. That's cool.
A little bit of grappling.
Yep. Oh, and he bites. Ugh.
Got spoopy teeth.
Yeah. You can
So yeah, we're very
swallow a
much-
swallowed creature's blinded and restrained, has total cover against attacks and other effects outside the froghemoth, and takes 10 3d6 acid damage at the start of each of the froghemoth's turns.
Wow.
He can engulf you. That's dope. Go on. I'm sorry. I love that stuff.
That's very dope.
Yeah.
So I mean, right now we're still very much in the early phases. At this point, I've put in 2.5 hours. Oh, actually,
The tongue
I've been
is
re-
forming.
I've been recording it for Jen to use in a.
Should we play that? I forgot we were going to play
Oh,
Jen's
yeah, good
time
idea.
lapse. Should we do that
Yes,
first? I
yes.
completely forgot. Do you have a link? Do you want to send me a
Yes.
link?
Just check in your Discord. Maybe just download it from where I sent it to you in your Discord if you can.
Let's see. I know I downloaded it before. I'm going to re-download it, though, because I don't know where I saved it. So, here, I'm going to go to that screen real quick. So, you guys, quick aside from our other amazing artistic, like, oh my God, stop it. Stop it. Autoplay. Autoplay. Don't ruin everything. Okay, so, sorry. Whew. Alex literally painstakingly made us a time lapse of the other art stuff we did with Mickey, and it's fucking amazing. So we're gonna watch it real quick. We literally this morning, like an hour before stream, we were like, yeah, we're gonna play it before, and I'm a dumbass. Let's watch it together. I love you guys. Yeah.
You should be sitting up straight, but without stiffness, and should feel comfortable. Don't ever let yourself become tense. Now let's type some more on the home row key. Ready? Using proper rhythm, wiggle your fingers and jam the keys. A quick snap of the finger, and with practice, that's all there is to it. All there is to it. Are you relaxed? You should be, you know. That's all there is to it.
Right, though. Like, what? Like, we, like, briefly, like, had a very casual discussion about some very low effort time lapses, and that's what Alex came out with.
And also, like, let it be known, that's the first thing that she's edited. Like, first time she's used After Effects for anything.
Don't tell me
So,
that.
yeah, like, it's yeah, it's painful for those of us
Right?
that have to work hard at these things, you know. Must be
Alex!
nuts.
Does it ever drive you nuts, Alex, just being able to figure out anything? Do you ever just, like, I'm gonna send her one of those, like, insane puzzles, the hand puzzles, that, like, pros can't get done. I want to see it done. Because I'm pretty sure she could.
Probably really enjoy that.
I would love to watch that. Like, I love watching some people, like, on YouTube, they put their camera just on the puzzle box and they sit there and figure them out. Because I feel like Alex's mind is a labyrinth. Ooh, it's
Feel like
on my
you're probably right.
Twitter. Have you guys posted the time lapse anywhere on your guys' socials that we could plug? These fuckers know my socials.
Jen said she might have posted it on hers, but we're just checking quick.
Let's see. I think you did, because didn't I retweet it? I'm looking. I'm gonna find it. Maybe. Balls. Yes, we have a link to it somewhere. Fuck. I mean, and if not, I'll just upload it to YouTube. Thank you, Alex. God, I was literally sitting there stalking your Twitter, but because I just got interested in your Twitter, so I stopped looking for what I was supposed to look for. Thank you. Could we make that an alert in chat? Like, if people just want to see, like, what we're doing together, you know? Let me go back on create. I gotta make creative a button. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, you got the shit now, Mickey. I'm gonna make a button for creative, so I stop fucking it up.
Oh shit.
Aw, shit, sucker.
So yeah, right now I'm basically finishing off putting in like all the basic shapes before I start sculpting for reals.
Oh, this isn't sculpting for reals. I'm upset.
Yeah, I'm just like trying to get all the shapes in. So like all the individual
Oh, okay.
pieces of the teeth and stuff. So like I guess in 2D art this would be like the blocking in phase, where you're just sort of focusing on having stuff in places and not necessarily focusing on the finer points of what they look like yet. More
Yeah.
just getting like the masses and general objects in the scene.
Okay. Oh, a new voting law that Abbott passed. Oh God, is it terrible? The world scares me. Oh, I can put my music back on. I forgot. I didn't want too many sounds happening at the same time. So that time lapse we just watched, that ended up BLM hippo. It was gonna be a space hippo that was just like a happy hippo in space, but that was the day that we were on the front page. 23,000 people were in chat watching us, and we got one of those hate raids. And our chat turned into every form of the N-word you can imagine, hard R. So we just turned it into a Black Lives Matter hippo and got really serious.
It was a pretty entertaining time, I won't
It
lie.
was. I was into it. I mean, I hate the hate, but Cocky, what's up, love? How are you? Oh, Yuki, it's a crazy thing that's going on with Twitch right now. Someone or some people wrote a bot that targets channels that are labeled with like LGBTQ or other things like that that are controversial, I guess. And what they will do is this bot comes in and it hits you with like 100 follows really, really quickly. And then every single one of those accounts that followed you just starts spamming your channel with the N-word, but like in different characters, like weird fonts. So the only thing you can do is go emote only until you can ban every single one of those accounts. Posture check, tits up! Yeah, you can report him and nothing happens because there's no person to report. You know? I was trying to catch up on Twitch. Yeah, oh yeah, and then we get an email from Twitch and they literally were like, I mean, it was like an email like as if I'd never streamed before or something. Like they were like, did you know you can get a bot in your channel? Did you know you can use Autobot to ban certain phrases? But I would have to go through Autobot and specifically type out every single possible version of racial hate words in every possible font I can think of and ban them individually. That's the only way. By the way, Stream Raiders is up. It's the only way you could do it. Like, that's ridiculous. There's a bot that stops that. I've had success. A bot that stops the... Like, what is it? Oh, I just bit my cheek. What does it do? We usually go emote only, and honestly, like, everyone's so patient with it. It's just, I don't even want to see the language. The language is disgusting. Stretch. I love stretching. I'll do it any fucking time. Everything popped. If Eliza was here, you'd hear big, thick, gross, meaty popping sounds because her body's falling apart. Same with Alex, though. Mickey, what's that like living with someone that just, like, pops all the time?
It can be disconcerting. Like, there's one specific thing that is very, very disconcerting to me, and that's what we call crunchy knees.
I have crunchy knees. Oh no.
And yeah.
It's so bad. I know.
Like everything else, I can deal, but crunchy knees,
They're
it
so
shouldn't
gross.
be a thing.
Does she have them all the time? Because that's me. Like, anytime if I just squat down, my knees make, like, wet popping sounds. It's so gross. But Eliza does her shoulders. Like, she can pop her shoulders out, and they're just so loud. And the only word I can think of is thick. It's like a thick, meaty pop. And it's literally what she said, did I break you? Or... They have, what is it called? EDS?
Yeah.
Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, which is an autoimmune disorder which makes you really stretchy. Like, you have collagen issues and, like, they're all double jointed and crazy stretchy. But they pop constantly. They just move and things pop. It's called getting old. I've had mine ever since I was in high school. I think, honestly, it was just irresponsibly playing sports. Ugh. Yes, Genova, exactly. Ooh, there's also have to be following for X amount of time to chat. Oh, that I kind of hate though. As a person, as if I think of myself as a viewer, if I go to a channel and I like the streamer, I want to say hi. But if I have to follow and wait 5 minutes to say hi, I'm probably going to ADHD to a different channel. Not because I don't like them. I just want I don't want to wait. I want to hang out. Ooh, Gek. That sounds kind of dope. Could you send me a link to that? Like on Twitter, not Discord. Discord's being a dick fuck. Well, Mickey, you know, I played volleyball, crouched. I played softball, catcher. Basketball, crouched. Like, everything I did as a child in my youth was horrific for my knees. I wish I wouldn't have. Oh, it was so sad, Genova. That's the saddest part, is you're on front page, like, I'm here with my friend Mickey, we were having a really fun time painting and doing voting stuff with the chat, and then that comes through and you're just like, sick. I have to run across that so many times when I go to a new streamer stream. Yep. 20 minutes? I wouldn't wait. And it's nothing against the streamer, I'm just not patient. It's like going to someone's house and them saying you have to wait on the porch for 10 minutes. What the fuck? Usually I just turn the alerts off. I mean, I'm pretty good at, like, nixing evil at this point. It's just annoying. I don't think it should be, like, allowed to prevail, I guess. I don't know another word for that. Like, it shouldn't be up to me to be writing extra software to block out horrific racist language. I did gymnastics, Katie, and I did it until I was 8, and then they told me I was too tall and I had to quit. Bastards. It's true, bastards. Cheers. I love this guy. He's so cool. I love, like, the flow. I think that's what I love the most. Like, how everything balances, like, his tentacles and the tongue and everything. And his
That's
feet.
kind of what I'm having fun with, like, just being a little bit, like, dramatic with the tentacly bits and stuff like that.
I like him a lot. Cheers. Ooh, owie. I got a mosquito bite on my thigh this morning. Like, on my inner thigh. It itches. Alright. I wish Blender was nice to sculpt with. Is Blend? See, last time we did this, people were talking about Blender and saying it was pretty good. What do you think about Blender versus ZBrush, Mickey?
I mean, I haven't personally used Blender for sculpting.
Cheers.
Just because, I don't know, once you get really comfortable with the software and, you know, stuff. But I hear it's pretty decent.
Take your joy today.
I've seen a lot of people
Never forget to take your
using
joy,
it.
and I guarantee you'll be
It's
able
not
to do
like
a
an industry
smoother
standard or
experience.
anything like that, but it's not bad as far as I know. But like I said, my knowledge is pretty limited there because I don't really know the software.
Yeah.
And I only know a couple of people that use it.
Dude. I like his tongue.
It's gonna be gross.
I like this. I like that you made the end bigger because it looks like a spoon. Because,
Yeah.
like, you know, he eats people.
Yeah, I noticed on the reference that everyone's got this, like, sort of, like, weird tongue bit on the end. So I'm, like, trying to, like,
I think those are,
get
like,
the anatomy.
suction cups, like sticky cups, right?
Yeah. So I'm kind of, like, trying to get the anatomy somewhere close to what the D&D monster is. But, like, trying to put it in, like, a dynamic pose and stuff like that.
Yeah. That hit made me hot, so I'm just going to sit here for a second. Oh my god, are you going to give him a cute booty? Frogs have booties.
We can give him a cute booty if you want.
I'm going to find you a frog butt as a reference.
I already have a group of people that want me to give him nipples, so...
Oh my god, why nipples? You guys are sick.
You'd have to ask them. I don't know. I don't know why you'd want nipples on a frog. It's an abomination.
It is. What would frog milk be like?
I don't want to think about it too hard. Probably not good.
It'd be like the green milk in The Last Jedi. Calamine, have a beautiful night, honey. Sleep well. I love you. Drink water. Thank you for hanging with us today. Hi, Liz. How are you? Good morning. It all costs money. How you doing, honey bean? Man, that hit really cooked me. I didn't realize. Jesus Christ. I'm looking for a frog butt, y'all. Give me a sec. Let's see. That's a good frog butt. They're kind of hilarious. I send Reese a lot of things on Instagram of frog butts.
Damn, poor froggos.
I know. I mean, everything's got a butt, though, right?
Oh, yeah. Well,
I mean, I assume. We form a butt first. Did you know that? In the womb? Holy muffins.
better prioritize.
Oh, Mickey, is it wonderful? Oh my God, Genova, stop it. Imagine milking a frog. Zamoka, I want to see your sex wizard, please. I think frog milk tastes like a delicious sauce with which to eat their legs. You are sick. Yeah, we're, I think it's called I think the word is a deuterostome. So we form a butthole first, and then afterwards we form a mouth. Whereas some animals that are less evolved, they form the butthole and then that's all they have. So you and I have a one-way digestive system, meaning in one way, out one way. Whereas like a sea anemone or a jellyfish or a starfish has a two-way digestive system, meaning they eat with their butthole. Mute it when I click it? Okay. Oh my God. I don't know what's happening there. Had parent-teacher conference today, so haven't installed Windows. Ooh, but you got it to boot? That's exciting. Wear your goddamn safety equipment? Oh, God. What happened? Oh, absolutely not. Click that video immediately. The one that Sales just posted. That is a horrifying nightmare. You want me to show you really quick? Okay, I'll put it over Mickey and I. Hold on. It's terrifying. Wear a helmet, y'all. Mickey, look at my screen for a second. You'll want to see this. It's very scary.
Okay.
I muted it because it's fucking loud, but I'll turn it down. Anyone else at work shit themselves before? Wow. Do you fucking see how close that is to his eyeball? I'd be thanking Satan for my life at that point. Wow. Yeah, that is terror. Time to retire, right? I quit life. He needs better PPE, that's all I'm saying. All right, anyways, sorry. Back to the art. That
I don't
is
know, like,
horrifying.
to be fair, his PPE just saved the shit out of him.
Seriously, though, that saved his life. That would have gone, I mean, considering how far it went through the PPE, I'm assuming that would have gone through his life.
Right?
I mean, his head,
Straight
you
into
know?
the brain.
Yeah. Deaf shit running down my leg. Uh-huh. Kill, maybe you that's scary. Better standing equipment. Do they break normally like that? Oh, I love you, Valen. Have a beautiful day. Thank you for the raid. I love you. You know, I have kind of a scary story about saws and shit. So my stepdad, when he was younger, I can't remember how, but he put his arm through a window and the glass of the window sliced the tendons in his arm at the wrist. And so all the tendons just rolled up into the corner of his elbow. And so if you look at my stepdad's hand, Lilith, stop. You look at my stepdad's hand, these two fingers stick up straight like this, and his thumb sticks out straight, and they're dead. He can't feel them at all. And the inside of his arm looks like someone took an ice cream scoop and literally like scooped out the insides, just hollow. And so he can't feel these fingers at all. But it's totally, he functions like a normal human. He's never had anything weird. He still works construction every fucking day of his life. And when I was a kid, my mom was like, go get your dad out of the garage for dinner. And I was being a snot because I didn't want to get up or move or something. So I go to the garage and just open the garage door and go, Dad, dinner! And I hear the saw go, Vroom! And I hear it flip up. And my dad just looks at me and puts his fingers up. And he sliced through the dead fingers. And they were just, I mean, your hands bleed, man. As a 12-year-old child or something, this was pretty scary. And he just looked at me and was like, "Really, kid?" And I was like, like ran into the house, told my mom. He was fine. We went to the ER, but he couldn't feel it. Yeah. Oh, no shit, Madtin. That's like literally exactly what my dad does. He has like a permanent finger gun. I can't remember which hand it is. I think it's, I really can't remember. I don't even see it anymore. He's always had it. See, once I made a series of traps designed to punish, what? Guys? What? Side note, my Black Widow molted, which is really weird.
That's cool though.
Yeah. It looks, it's interesting because I don't see evidence of her ass. It looks like just her legs. Like it's a molt of just the legs, just chilling there.
What?
Yeah, I'll try to take a picture of it.
Maybe
She's out of it
maybe
now.
she munched the rest.
Maybe.
Do you think she could have munched the rest?
I've never seen one molt, so I don't even know what it looks like. Gak, I love you. Thank you. Ooh, yes. We love art people. I always love to share my art friends. Fun fact, Radar from MASH had a fucked up hand. No shit. Huh. SOS with the most. Thank you for the resub. I love you. Please be safe. Don't let strangers breathe near you. Rod, I may or may not have fed my porch spider the other night. I have 2 porch spiders. We have one that's like, you know, the big, like the nice orb weaver orb spiders. They're like, in Washington, we call them popcorn spiders, but some people call them cat spiders. It's just, you know, the ones that are like tan and brown with white flecks on their butt and they get a big old fat butt and they spin a nice web. We've got one of those. And then on my, I think it's like it looks like a box on the outside of my house, like a power box or something that has something inside of it. I don't know. It's outside the house. And some sort of spider, I mean, made quite an impressive, more of a tunnel type web, just encompassing this entire box on the side of my house. And I'd never seen the spider before, and me being me, I was like, I know how to get it out. So I went and caught a grasshopper and threw the grasshopper into its web. I'm a murderer. But I got to see her, and she's a big spider. I need to start streaming art again. I just keep getting put off because, oh, I mean, yeah. Oh, we have so many grasshoppers. Scotty from Star Trek TOS was missing a finger. You can always see him hiding that hand. No shit. That's so interesting. You know, the same thing happened to my mom. My mom put her hand through a window when she was a kid, but it didn't sever the tendons. But she has like a perfect ring scar around her wrist. Like it looks like she tried to commit suicide, you know? But she did not. It was literally just, she said she put her hand through a window and that her hand was hanging by a thread. I don't know how real that is, but it gives me the EBGBs. Yes, that is exactly what the grasshopper picture was for, Viata. I had to feed my outdoors. Postmates, you spider, home, you home spider. Oh, but Yoshi, the thing is there's nowhere to fish here. It's a desert. So you'd have all the bait in the world and no water. Oh, he made a home on the water spout. Cute. Is it because Kyler's afraid of it or because he wants to protect it? Ooh, transistor music. Have you seen the Anthony Munoz finger? No? What did he do? Oh, God. Is it like a gnarled, like fucking jammed 500 times finger? I've seen hands like that. My dad's hands, I mean, he's worked construction since he was 18 years old. And he's 61. This year he'll be 61. His hands are fucked. I hate Twitter DMing too, but it's the only place I'm actually getting DMs right now because Discord's the only other place and Discord's being a jerk fuck. Is this his hand? I'm nervous. No. Nope. I don't know what to say. And I don't want to live anymore. Is that real? That's his, how, I'm so uncomfortable right now. Oh, Ashley, but sleep is what you need, honey. Like, sleep is literally the best thing for healing. Sleep and water. That is so fucking gross. Oh my god, I pushed the wrong fucking scene so you guys can't see the battle. God damn it, Catherine. There, you get a little bit. Ironically, they're fighting frogs in the battle. Very related. Sarah wins. Your finger is not... Nope. Does he know that, Sales? Should we write a letter? Sir, we, the classholes, would like to inform you. We don't think that is right. Is that his finger, like, forever now? For real? Because that's terrifying. You hurt from sleeping too much? I get that. I totally get that. What if you just, like, I'm not a proponent of taking drugs for no reason, but when you're sick, like, sometimes just taking some NyQuil and, you know, having a gay old time might be a good option, you know? NyQuil has its pros. A strongly worded letter in blood. Is Hades inspired? Oh my god. Sarah, me neither. Usually it's Vile. Vile wins everything. I pulled up a new battle in Stream Raiders, by the way. Oh my gosh, Toro, how are you? How's electricity? Are you better now? I've been hearing all day about this horrific, like, oh god, who said it earlier? It was like 160-mile winds? Dude, the tentacles. Oh, he's doing the sucky cups. You guys want to know a fun fact about octopuses? The males will often pull one of their tentacles off, removing it from their body, and throw it at the female, because in fact it is their penis. And if they don't, the female will often just consume them whole and then be pregnant off of it. Sir, we called our mom and she said, quote, that ain't right. Please go see the doctor and say, help, thank you, the holes.
Rohammer_419 tipped $5. CK, I just ordered one of those giant dildos from Texas to carry around. I hope it'll fit my puss. Chat you a bunch of cuties and I hope you're having a great day. May your day be filled with cute otter and dick pics because dick are cute AF you woo.
It doesn't go in the puss, it goes in the pudding butt. How many times do we have to cover this? Oh my god. Throws penis at female. Here, go fuck yourself. Literally. Octopuses. Wild. NyQuil works for me like crazy. Me too, Sarah. But the only thing is, I don't know if you get this too. I am like hungover from NyQuil for like 3 days. I'm out of commission. Anything that has sleepy meds in it, like antihistamines, I have like this insanely strong reaction to. And I don't wake up feeling fresh. I just sleep for like 24 hours. Oh my god, Mickey, do they just like rip each other's tentacles off? Because I kind of don't want to see that. That sounds horrible. Something, cover the pudding butt, something. Worse? Sad. Lots of wind, but no floods. Oh, that's nice, though. It was Cat 4? That's very fucking fast, anybody wondering. I don't want to be I'm really thankful I'm not an octopus. Also, they don't live very long. Very, very short lives. Even the females, because the females lay their eggs and then starve themselves to death protecting them. So, like, really, mating isn't great for any octopus involved. Honestly, it's probably better off for the male, because I don't know if he grows a dick back or if he just, like, continues his life as a beautiful little asexual butterfly. I don't know. Well, it wouldn't be asexual. What would it be to not have your genitals? I don't know. He can be whoever he wants to be. Asexuals are not lacking genitals, is what I'm trying to say, just in case you guys are wondering. Not as a general rule. Oh, you want to be ace, eh? Snip, snip. Does that mean they have 8 peepees? So what I read is that they shove one of their tentacles up inside their body and, like, grab their gonads with the tentacle, and it becomes part of the tentacle. Kind of like the way tarantulas, like, cover their little pedipalps in sperm. It's like some sort of weird shit like that. Octopuses are weird. Oh, a eunuch. Is that, I think it is a eunuch, Yuki. I think you're correct. I think if you've had all of your genitals, like, removed, I believe that's, like, the term. But, I mean, you still have an identity and a gender just because you don't have the outward stuff. You have lots of shit going on the inside. Nature is fucking metal, dude. One of my most precious spiders in the world. She's over here. Her name is Chub Chub because I didn't know her sex when I got her, but she is a velvet spider, an Erisis walkeneri. And it's like my pride and joy. Probably one of the most expensive spiders I've ever bought in my life. And it's just a spider. It's not even a tarantula. But when she gets pregnant, the moment she is fertilized by a male spider, her body starts to break down. And by the time she lays the eggs and the eggs hatch, the only organs left in her body are her lungs, just keeping her barely alive. And then she just lets her children devour her. Like every time. I mean, obviously they only get to do it once, but yeah. Talk about giving everything for your children. You know those channels they suck and blow water out of, Katie? They stick their testicles in there and try to destroy the organs. Oh my god, they fist fuck each other to death. Or they squeeze the ganglia. Oh my god. Mother of doggos, how are you? Did they make the Michael Jackson scream? I really hope so. You've won first prize. Pyro, hell yeah, dude. Mickey and I were hanging out yesterday and he offered to come hang out with me today. That is horrific. I mean, it brings a whole new, like, understanding to hentai. These people want to be fisted to death. Stretch and hydrate, y'all. Oh, octopuses. So apparently if two male octopuses fight, this is what Mickey said. I'm going to read it directly. So the channels, so if you look at an octopus, they have like a spout on their side where they blow water in and out, basically to either projectile themselves across or, you know, breathe. So Mickey said, you know the channels they blow water out of? They stick their tentacles, not testicles, although they are synonymous sometimes. Thank you, Banana. My love, thank you for the resub. So they stick their tentacles into that vent hole and try to destroy the organs of one another to rip out major blood vessels or squeeze the ganglia to mush. That's being fisted to death. That is terrifying. Oh, you don't have any side effects, except the hubby told me one time after I took it, we were about to watch a movie and that I would be asleep before it started, and I told him, no, I'll be fine. I was wrong. Oh, yeah. You ever, like, continue carrying on a conversation with someone because you're, like, part of your brain is trying to stay awake so hard, but the other side is totally asleep? I've done that. And people are like, we had a whole conversation. I'm like, I don't know, I'm talking to you. Mark! I wrote to Discord very angrily today. I can't read any of our messages anymore. Anybody's. Discord failed me. Banana. These people want to be fisted to death. I mean, why else would you want to fuck a tentacle? Ashley, I've done that so often. It's terrible. Because I hate sleeping. Like, I still fight it like a small child. Like, if I start to get sleepy, I'll, like, sit up and get some water. And I'm like, no, we're not tired. I'm not tired. And then I just get pissy. Those are the end credits. Oh, my God. It was like you were in a hospital being knocked out. That was the first thing I heard when I clicked on stream. Makes me happy. I mean, you know what's funny is I don't really realize. I don't think about it. I just talk with you guys about anything and everything. But then when I'm hanging out with people like Table Story and they talk about me like, oh man, coming into Katie's channel. And I'm like, am I really that bad? Because I think I'm just like desensitized. I'm just used to it. We're used to it. This is just the way. But I don't think I say that terrible of shit. I mean, there's streamers out there that are like pro banning women's health and shit. Sarah, I would never. Admit what? I know, Pyro, that's what I was saying, like, hentai. Like, I'm wondering if hentai people, in fact, just want to, like, fist fuck each other to death. But I also don't want to know. Because that's a fetish I don't want to be into. I mean, I don't even want to read about it. There are dark corners even I won't go to. Bad. That's true. I don't like the words bad and good. They're so subjective. Inappropriate. Because I don't change the way I talk. I talk this way in public to strangers, to Scott and his children. And he still invites me over. Since we're talking about animals destroying genitals, I know there are sanctuaries for abused chimps that are super aggressive that have been known to attack the sanctuary keepers. They would attack the males and rip their testicles off, run into the jungle, and hide them. That's what you get for trying to cage up primates. I'm going to be honest, if someone tried to keep me in a cage and I got the chance, I would rip their testicles off and run into the forest.
Yep.
Yeah. I feel like most people would probably do that as a defense mechanism. Balls are, like, sensitive. What?
Pretty good strategy, really.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how you inspire fear.
Seriously. Ugh. This is the Wild Wild West of combos. You think so? Man. I wish I could step outside of me and, like, watch my channel like that. And see that, because I don't know. Sarah. I got you. A suitable revenge? I mean, what would you do if someone captured you in a box and tried to, like, I mean, this is just, the last time I went to a zoo, it was the DC zoo. It was free, which is great. I'm not a huge fan of zoos. I like to go to, like, conservations and stuff, but zoos kind of make me sad because most of them turn out to be pretty bad, i.e. SeaWorld. But when we went there, I love gorillas, I love orangutans, I love chimps, I love primates and monkeys and all the fuzzy little cutesies. They're just so incredible to me, and they're like little humans. And I was so excited because they apparently have an entire building that's just primates, like gorillas and, you know, orangutans and whatnot. And so when we got to that building, like, I was jumping and so excited, and I walk in, and it was just cement cubes with a very sad creature in one corner with some hay on the ground. Like, not enough hay for my ass to fit. I've never been more sad. I also would rip... You can use your mouth, Sales. Teeth are great. It was real sad. And, like, I mean, they look like people. Like, they look sad. I don't know how anyone can look at those animals and be like, no, we're fully simulating their natural environment. They're having a great time. He's got, like one, I love orangutans. They're my favorite. And I think I almost cried, actually. I'd have to ask Brian. I'm very emotional when it comes to animals. He had, like, a piece of burlap sack over his head, and he was staring at the corner of the cement cube. Ooh, Sarah, it's been like 5 or 6 years. It's been a bit. Of the Norelco shaver. Oh my god, it does. I knew it looked like... Mickey, you've been making a Norelco shaver.
What's a Norelco shaver?
Like a face shaver for men.
Oh.
Have you ever
like
seen those?
One of those electric razors.
Yeah, that's what it kind of looks like. Yeah. That's his eyes, I think, right? Yeah, those are his eyes. Oh my god,
Yeah.
What if he could shave people with his eyes? Go fuck yourself.
Gross.
Butterfly kisses. Ow, I just stabbed on the mic. Oh, the fish that swims up penises. Is it a fish or is it a bacteria? I don't remember. I think it is a fish, yeah. Nope. Fuck all that. It is a fish? Ugh. I'd spray their house with soda and feel satisfied with them being tortured by ants. Do you want ants, Mark? Because this is how we get ants. Guys, we have to take a break. We're actually a pre-roll in because I got too excited. Monkey, are you gonna chill? Because I can put this on, like, you as the break screen. If you're gonna, like...
I think I'm gonna smoke.
Yeah. Break time. Let's all stand up and stretch our dicks and load our bowls. I need to run an ad, so I'll just, like, stand up and walk around for a minute because I hate pre-rolls. Question for Monkey. Ooh, Monkey, what 3D printer will give you this much detail? Recommendations. Asking for a friend, ... Thank you, Sales. I'm sorry I missed that question.
And there are so many 3D printers on the market that frankly it's more like it's so complicated, like down to material and settings, software. Like it's hard to just say, oh, like you should get this printer for this particular thing. But at the end of the day, it's really, really hard to recommend like any one thing or another. So you really have to go in with your eyes wide open and do a whole bunch of research to figure out what you want to do with it and how best to approach it for your needs.
Wow. I made the face I made because I never even thought in my life there would be options for 3D printers because I've never looked at them and I'm old. Like, in my
There
eyes, there
are
would be
a lot.
one, you know?
There are a lot, and there's different ones that use different methods and different types of plastics and materials. So, yeah. And of course, as Cheshire mentioned, price point is a pretty big, like a pretty big thing. Like you have to weigh the value for money aspect big time.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, I need to run an ad, but when I come back, Cheshire, I want to ask you, so in terms of 3D printers, because I think everybody's interested in this stuff, like, when you go to those insanely high prices versus very, very cheap, what are you getting when you pay more? And what are you losing for the cheaper ones? Just in general. And, like, where's a good middle for, like, price point, in your opinion? Okay, break time. Everybody get up and smoke and always pee after sex. Black Lives Matter, transgender men are men, transgender women are women, ace and non-binary folks owe us nothing, and I love you. BR to the motherfucking B. Did I leave y'all in silence? Probably. Fucking A. Welcome back, everybody. I had to pee, and then I'm pretty sure my dog caught a fucking mouse. Trick has been, like, pouncing around the yard a lot and, like, searching for shit, and I think he might have got something. Because he was very excited.
Hi, gay. Yeah, we wouldn't. Hey.
Hi.
Did you take your joy today?
I did, Vile. How are
Never
you?
forget to take your joy.
I have Vile
And
Mo
I
behind
guarantee
me.
your day will go as smooth as velvet.
Mo is right there. The last one. That's Vile Mo right there. Got a friend spot because he's pretty. You can hear it just fine? Okay, good. I just don't even pay attention sometimes and just I had to pee. I'm so sorry. How was therapy? How was what do you call it? Therapy? How was your appointment? Dude, I added a couple sound things because my soundboard was acting weird last night.
Hi, gay.
Not that one.
Turn it off, Willard.
Nope. Oh no, did I lose them? Shit. Might have restarted. Maybe they reset, I don't know. I had new ones in and now they're weird. That wasn't what I wanted. Why are you like this? Hold on.
Scary clown says run away.
I like that one.
Scary clown says run away.
Of course, Sarah, I literally have a bucket of headsets. Like I have many. I could probably do 10 headset reviews without buying a new set. Even more maybe. Because I've just been through so many different headsets. It's just asinine. Jaden Smith has an anime? Wait. I hate it. What? Yes. Literally every single pair I have is open back except these. This is the only closed back I have, and I'm not 100% sold on closed back versus open back. I got closed back on these because I didn't want feedback from my headphones going into my mic. But if you don't talk into a mic all day for a job, like that's not even a factor you need to worry about. These are closed. Closed. And these are asininely expensive, Sarah. These are like audiophile headphones that I bought like medically. I bought them because I was getting so many migraines I was dying. These are the most expensive pair I've ever owned in my life. I have a lot of other pairs. Will Smith's son, yes. He was the main character of an anime, and one episode has a weird bit about a giant... Oh. You need open back? Cool, because I have so many open backs. Tons. They're great. Open backs are great. Yeah, these are about $1,000. Yeah, these are not what you would want to get. This was me, like, desperation. And they're great, but way, way expensive. They're for people, you know, that are pretentious. Mickey's back. I see the mouse.
Hello.
Hello. I love the tongue. It looks so cool. The whole thing looks cool. I've just been watching the morphing of the bumps.
So yeah, now all of our basic pieces are in. We can start sculpting for real, for real.
He's gonna start. So tell us what that means. 'Cause I don't even know.
So now that all the objects are in, I can start like... So right now this is a very basic shape, like this eye stalk. So now I
Nice
can start like
talk.
blending it and doing stuff with it to actually make it look like it can hold the anatomy of eyeballs and stuff like that.
Ooh.
So like actually turn these rings into like eyelids and like folds of skin and stuff like that to make it actually look like, you know, what it's supposed to be
Yeah. Mhm.
instead of an electric razor.
I mean, it would be pretty amazing if you could headbutt people and shave their face off.
Yeah, I mean, like, it would, but it seems like he has far more effective means.
Ooh, question. Are you using a mouse and keyboard or a pen?
I'm currently using an Intuos Pro. But I do also use, well, an Intuos Pro and a keyboard for hotkeys and stuff like that. But I do use a mouse from time to time. And in fact, I learned how to use ZBrush with a mouse.
Wow, ew.
Yeah, well, actually, you'd be surprised. Like, a lot of the tools don't necessarily require pressure sensitivity.
Oh.
And the lack of it can sometimes aid in certain things. So I'll even sometimes switch to my mouse to do certain features that I find are just quicker. So, I mean, it's only when you get on to the really fine detail stuff that you're going to want to have a tablet. If you're doing like illustrative work on the surfaces of things and stuff like that.
And by tablet, you mean like
Like-
Intuos or something, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a tablet and pen type setup. Like, just as an example, if I get my layer brush here.
Don't be ashamed of your razor.
Mm,
I like the razor.
So, like, if you wanted to do, like, you know, impressions of, like, I don't know, designs inside armor and stuff like that, then you're going to want, like, a tablet to really pull it off and get, like, a nice, smooth, artistic result. But, I mean, for the most part, if you're starting out with sculpting and stuff like that, you're using, or I would recommend using the Move brush mostly. Because you can basically make an entire project just like with this picking up and moving tool. So, yeah, like I said, it's good to start, I think, with a mouse just to get in touch with like how the brushes work without any pressure sensitivity or like without worrying too much about handshake and stuff like that.
Oh, yep. I see what you're saying, yeah.
And then like transition. Yeah, like Kinogul says, pressure sensitivity not that important for sculpting, especially like big masses and stuff like that.
Oh, really?
Like I said, it's only when you get into the fine stuff where you like want to put in like, you know, small detail cut into the surface of your models at like really high resolution where you want like a smooth result or something like
What
that.
do you mean by cut in? Like actually like carve away
like-
from it?
Like, let's say I don't know, like embossing an object, like engraving some hard object like a gun or something like that.
Oh.
Like putting designs into the side of it. Then I'd want a tablet to like actually illustrate in like the layers, kind of like this brush,
Yeah.
where you can draw in and actually like
Oh,
quite a smooth
yeah.
result.
Okay, yep. I see.
Whereas, like with a mouse, it can be a little bit more difficult in a lot of areas when you try and pull that sort of stuff off.
Yes.
But then again, in ZBrush, there's tools to deal with that as well. So there's also a system called the Lazy Mouse system. And what the Lazy Mouse system does is it takes your brush and it makes it so that you have to pull it in a direction a certain amount of pixels before the brush starts drawing. So it emulates a long nibbed
Oh.
brush, sort of how you see people use when they do pinstripes and that sort of thing.
You keep
And
talking,
basically
I'll BRB. Someone knocked my door and my dogs are freaking out. You keep going.
Cool. And basically, it just gives you more control over your brush. So even if you were using a mouse, you could still get pretty nice, smooth lines and results out of it just by using that lazy brush feature. And like, it's pretty much essential for me because I have epilepsy and pretty like bad handshake because of it. And if it didn't have this lazy mouse feature, I probably wouldn't be able to do as much as I can. So yeah, I guess it's all about how you use the features, really. But that's common with a lot of art forms. It's really, like I said, it's once you get into the later phase of things that you might need a tablet for some stuff. But even with that, I mean, if you're a modeler or you're familiar with 3D software, it would probably be better to do those details in other softwares that are better for hard surface stuff. So like Blender, for example, is better for like hard surface stuff, I would say, like guns and objects and things of that nature that have a lot of flat surfaces that you might want to engrave or bevel or have nice 90-degree angles on. Whereas ZBrush exceeds in areas where you're doing a lot of organic shapes, things that you might not necessarily want to be perfectly straight, or in fact have the opposite intention. So like I always say, you know, no one key fits all lux. You kind of have to use what's best for any situation at any time. But yeah, I'm basically going to probably disappear all this cool stuff for a while. Which is always sad for me because you sit here and you work on this dope shit and you're like, okay, sweet. I'm happy with that for now. I'm happy with that for now. Now I'm going to disappear it while I work on something else.
Sorry, I'm back.
It's all good.
I have 2 signs on my door that say, "We work from home, please don't knock." No one can read. I got my new phone though, so I'm gonna set that up while we hang. Oh my god, he lost his tentacles. Now what are you gonna do?
Yes. So I'm basically disappearing a whole bunch of stuff.
Oh, so it's like layers, kind of like removing the layers so you just don't see
Yeah.
them. Okay.
So that I can work on some other sections more unimpeded. So I'm just making like selections and stuff, just hide a whole bunch of things.
Oh, I have it, Sarah. I can just search for it in my email. I'm sure it's in there. If not, I'll write you on Twitter asking for it. So in Blender, the lazy pen thing is called stabilized stroke. It's hidden in the brush settings. Oh, hidden?
It always is. In ZBrush, it is as well. You have to go into your stroke settings
Giggity.
and then down into lazy mouse. You can set a hotkey for it because you can basically set a hotkey for everything. But what's interesting is this applies to all of your brushes individually. So you don't set it for everything or unset it for everything. So it all has its own individual features and stuff like that that you can edit on the fly.
Oh, yeah. Like,
But you can also apply to like your masking brushes and everything. So if I'm masking with control and I hold down control, all of the settings in stroke and everything will apply to the masking brush. So things get a little bit funky, but it's really useful like once you sort of know what the software is doing behind the scenes.
That's dope. Oh my god, Sean D. Thank you for telling me you changed your name. How are you, Annie? I'm good. I just got my new phone I'm going to set up because my old phone is so old and broken I can't. The microphone doesn't work anymore. So we're doing art, and Mickey's telling us how he's like disappearing things so he can go in and he's doing the what is this stage called? This is like the finer sculpting, I guess.
Yeah, so usually, like as far as I've seen, and like I said, I'm mostly self-taught. So to some degree, I am speaking out of my ass here, but you have your primary forms, your secondary forms, and your tertiary forms generally in sculpting. Your primary forms are like your main shapes, like your main bulky objects and stuff like
Okay.
that you want to get in the picture like quickly so that you can sort of start like locking things down where they are in your mind and getting a general sort of idea of the composition and what you're making.
Yeah.
Then you would have like what is your secondary phase, where once you have all of your objects in, you start looking at them in a more realistic kind of light. So instead of just looking at the shapes and the silhouette of the thing, now you're looking at, okay, this stalk here are eyes. So I need to actually make these rings look like eyelids. I need to make
Ooh.
this stalk look like it has some anatomy under it to, support this. Maybe a spine that comes up the back to make it look like the stalk has some sort of anatomical structure under it. Or, for example, folds of skin under the chin and like
I was just gonna
this
say, can we
bulge
give him
and
lots
belly.
of wrinkles?
Oh yeah, for sure. He's gonna be a
Yes.
wrinkly
I
fucker.
love a wrinkly,
know-
chubby frog.
Stuff like that. There's a lot of that sort of thing to be done once you get in here. I mean, one of my favorites is also going in and sculpting the gums, so you get like your gums all like.
Oh yeah, the little. Yep. That's the stuff that makes stuff look alive.
I agree. Like just going in and like inflating sections of the gums, as
Yep.
gross as that sounds.
No,
Um,
it's totally. It's like it's kind of what we were talking about yesterday about our project. The little things bring it alive, make it like real.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
So like between
Oh,
the
that's
teeth,
so sick. It's like you're laying foam.
And then like if you compare sort of from this section to that section, you can see how much more realistic it is just from having like built that
Yeah, I'm just love watching
structure
it.
into it.
I'm taking notes on my iPad about it. It's cool. I love it.
So yeah, and then that's like where it really starts getting that grossness. Like, I don't know, like it's that like slight touch of realism that really
Yeah.
gives it that gross edge, like where you can see that like the teeth are piling up on
Could
each
we
other
do,
and
like,
the
some
gums are like
chipped teeth?
engorged. Yeah,
Oh, that'd be so cool. You don't have to take any of my
So, like-
ideas. I was just wondering what it would look like. Like
no,
what?
like that's a really cool idea, and it's something that I can very
That's
easily
so
do
cool.
because I still have, like I said, it's early phases, so
Oh my
I had
god.
everything individually, and I can just do something like that, and then we've got like a cool chipped tooth.
That is so cool.
So I might go and do that with a couple of them, make like broken teeth and stuff inside of its mouth,
Oh my god, I love it. That is
because
so cool.
then it's also, it gives like further credence to the rows of teeth behind as
Yeah.
well, So it's a really cool idea. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. I mean, imagine he's like, because we read about him, and his bite is for venom, not for strength, right? So he
Yeah.
probably like noms, like a, what are those? The Komodo dragons that just have like really gross spit.
Yeah. Just holds you in close and noms away at you.
Yeah, vile, or maybe a skull. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to really not like doing teeth, and now
Really?
inexplicably I really enjoy it.
It depends on the
But it's one of
angle.
those things. It's like hands as well.
Yes.
I think everyone for a while hates hands, but now it's my favorite thing to sculpt.
Mine's feet. Feet.
You hate feet.
They haunt me, man.
Yeah, that's a lot of people have that issue as well.
It's terrible.
A lot of famous comic book artists have that issue,
Really, with feet.
but we won't go into that.
We don't want to pick on anyone, but for me, it's like you're balancing so many things, and the idea of gravity and like how weight balances on a foot and which muscles tense and what a foot looks like depending on where you're leaning drives me. It's not my favorite.
Yeah, it's a very odd shape. Like I think hands, it's more like a trick of perspective, and with feet, it's more like a trick of volumes and shape in space.
Yes, and making it
And-
look like weight is on them.
Yeah. Actually, there's a really great book that you should check out. It's
Ooh.
called Force Dynamic Figure Drawing.
Force dynamic.
Figure drawing. And the essential focus of the book is drawing with the idea of gravity and force on the human body.
Oh.
So like distribution of weight, stuff like that. So it's like drawing in a gesture, but with the idea of the gravitational forces on a
I
human
need
body.
that.
I think you'd really enjoy
Yeah,
it.
that's something I need. I don't know why I tackle it. Like, I always end up making characters floating, or like feet cut off or something, because I just spend so much time looking at them like, this is pointless. No one likes feet.
Yeah, like I
Jesus.
guess my best advice for feet would be to not think too hard about them. That's the thing. They aren't hands. They're more like a shape than an object, if you know what I mean.
Yes. I try. That's actually because I used to draw things like when I did mostly just traditional. I drew things in blocks, like a body part at a time. And
Yeah.
if I focus on thinking of the foot as part of the leg instead of a separate thing, it always looks better. Always.
Exactly. Like the way I learned how to draw hands was by drawing an entire forearm, because a
Yeah.
hand by itself for me was impossible to comprehend.
Yeah.
I
And
could not.
do you think that's because our minds think of it connected to the arm, and when it's not, like you can't really think of the bone structure or anything? It's almost like a mental
I don't know.
block.
Hey, it's weird, but
Yeah.
like I just couldn't get the perspective down without like the forearm in place. And I just redrew that over and over and over again, like the forearm with a hand,
Yeah.
like in my notebooks and stuff like that.
I practiced hands by watching people at the mall. I used to work at a department store, and on my lunch, I would go to the food court and sit and draw little old men and their hands. Because old hands are just
pretty rad.
wildly
Yeah.
detailed. Yeah, and that's literally, I just
That's
do
a
it
pretty
for
good
hours.
exercise.
It was good for me because I have a tendency to hyper focus on shit, and then I get bored with my art project before it's done, and I never finish it. So it was really good in terms of like quick stuff, because they'd get up and leave, so I had to
Yeah.
draw fast, which was good for me.
Yeah,
Oh my
that's
god,
pretty
Marth,
intense.
what? Remember to brush all 3 rows of teeth, chat. I know it's easier in the first 2 rows, but the dentist bill's a lot cheaper if your breath will be a lot better. Oh my god, what do you think his breath is like?
Corpse foot. Which I now know the smell of.
Oh my god, why?
Okay, it's not as bad as it sounds, but
Uh.
we made dog treats for the dogs on the farm.
Yeah.
Because we felt really bad, because the one doggo, he's very sweet, but he's got a little bit of trauma, like a little bit of childhood trauma.
Aww. Was he like abused or?
No, he just wasn't trained, and he was treated weirdly, so he's like an anxious dog and stuff. But
Oh,
the problem
yeah.
is, he's a really big, spooky dog as well.
Oh.
Yeah. But he's a good doggo,
Yeah, of course.
But he loves cheese.
Oh. What dog doesn't?
Right? I mean, cheese is a very appropriate thing to love. And every time I make something with cheese, I feel really bad, because he just stares at me from across the way with longing in his
Yep,
eyes.
the puppy eyes.
So Jen and I decided to make it like treats with cheese in them. So we looked up a recipe that's like a good dog treat
yeah.
recipe. Added like all sorts of nutritious spices and things for doggos in them and whatever.
Ooh.
And they like tuna and parmesan and cheddar baked in an oven. And if I tell you, corpse foot just lands right for what it smells like for me.
It sounds so gross. See, the worst part about this conversation is I have smelt rotting people, and so that's all I have in my head now, and I'm trying to equate that to a dog treat, and everything's wrong now.
Yeah, no, it's bad. And I love cheese, like, more than anything in the world.
Same, but that's not a good combination together. Corpse
So I
foot.
think next time we're gonna do chicken.
Corpse foot, it's like guys that work or people that work in like gross conditions, like moist conditions. Like, for instance, my stepdad he builds water treatment plants, so he constantly has wet feet, and they just they like get a fungus and a smell, and the skin sloughs off, and it's fucking foul. Trench foot, yep, same thing. Yep.
It's what it sounds like. I mean,
It's the same thing, yeah. It's fucking...
yeah, living or dead, it is the feet, like, it is corpse feet.
It's a bad smell. Sounds like a metal band, Corpse Foot.
Nevertheless, it was worth it. It was very worth it.
Oh, I don't doubt it. I'm eating, but I guess I'm partially to blame. Mark, you know, like, I wouldn't say blame is the right word, but I would say maybe you instigate some of the grossest things we talk about. Maybe. I have to get my SIM card out. I hate doing this small shit. Ugh. Come here, you little bitch turd. Aha. Lies and slander, Mark. We're pretty good friends at this point. I think... Well, do I think? I don't know. Do I pop it out, or is that whole piece the piece? I think it's the whole piece, right? Do I even have a SIM card? Oh, I don't have to insert it. Sick. Just kidding. Merman, you're not wrong. We have talked about cell phones ringing inside buttholes. But, like, that I didn't do it. I was just there to help it go away. I don't know if that makes it better, though. Alright, you guys want to see the phone?
Yes.
It's pretty basic looking, but I got it in purple because I'm gay. And
Well, purple is the best.
folds.
Holy crap.
I know, I'm scared to do it, but it literally folds in half. Like a tiny, and it fits. I'm kind of stoked, but I gotta turn it on and like download shit. Does it have a protective thing? I'm scared to bend it. Like, everything in my soul says do not bend this phone in half.
I'm scared to see you bend it.
I
It's
know. It's got a screen like a screen sticky on it. I don't know if I should take it off or not, though. I'm gonna leave it. I have the instructions on here. Doesn't say anything. No. I'll just turn it on. We'll see. There's the on button. Is that an on button? Is that an on button? Are you an on button? Yes. Whoa. Got it. Oh my god, can you imagine, Eliza, if I managed to peel off the actual screen on accident? Did I ever tell you about the grossest thing I've seen removed from a person? Maybe, but I want to hear about it again. Wow, this music's really appropriate. Oh god. Play as a suit of armor full of bees. Oh, I might have to read that entire fucking thread. That looks amazing and terrifying. Phone gives you anxiety. Well, I got it because girl clothes don't come with pockets. And so this doesn't fit anywhere. So if I can fold it in half, I can fucking fit it somewhere. That's my, theme. What's the newest topic? The phone or the bees? Mark, you have the ability to change any topic. You know this. Have you been lactating lately? Shit, I don't know my Wi-Fi password. Fuck. A Goonad? Am I saying that right? Probably not. Ma'am. No more than usual. I watched a show about the weirdest stuff ever removed from a person, and the number one thing was they removed most of a human. They removed. I can't even read it. What? What? The number one thing was they removed most of a human man from another human man.
What?
Uh-huh. As in the first guy had a tumor that was a conjoined twin. It was a whole person in his body. Oh my God. I pictured someone's head up another person's ass and like having suffocating. It was weird. Shit happened.
Yeah,
Yeah.
uh,
My imagination went really weirder with that, but what? Oh, the butthole removing stuff? I feel that. I mean, we don't have to talk about buttholes. I removed, you know, you want to know, honestly, the proudest thing I've ever removed from somebody was a earring from their lung. So this little girl had inhaled like I don't know what it's called, like the back of an earring. And it looked like a bow. It was one of those little metal ones. This cheapy Claire's backs to an earring that looked like a little like humpy thing. And she inhaled it. And what we do normally is if you inhale it for an object, we turn you upside down in a position called prone. Penis! Thank you for the Risa! So she inhaled this little piece. And normally what we do is we do this thing called CPT, where we put you in a position where your head is down and you're on your stomach and your body's tilted like this. So your head is at the decline. And then we literally pound the fuck on your back like this. Like really fast and hard all over your lungs. And the idea is you capture air in your hand and you pop that on their back. And it simulates a cough kind of. And we're trying to work that little thing out of their lungs. And they were like literally a sliver away from taking her in and doing surgery to remove this thing. And I fucking pounded it out of her. I CPT'd that bitch so hard, she spit the earring out. I was pretty proud of that. Getting things out of butts is easy. You basically just poop hard. An inhaled earring, however. My mom did it too. If you guys have ever had a root canal, when they do a root canal, they use these, like, they look like needles, but they're actually like really small nail files, and they file the root hole away inside your tooth and then fill it. And for some reason, this dentist didn't use a rubber dam, and the patient inhaled that needle into their lung, and my mom CPT'd it out of them. Surgery is bad, by the way. Oh, it's in Discord. Oh, mine, Eliza. Thank you. I think it's on my fridge, but I don't want chat to see my Discord DMs on accident. Or I got it. No, it's just Mickey and I's conversation. Oh, it's here. It's fine. Thank you, Eliza. I have it on my fridge. I was just gonna go get it, but. Oh my God, you took a picture of it. That's so perfect. Thank you. Oh. The password's such a weird long password. Like, I don't even know how to change it if I wanted to. Please tell me I typed it right. Yes. Okay. Anyways, thank you, Eliza. I came back at a weird time. Were we talking about butts again? My bad. We should talk about the cool bumps that Mickey's putting all over this cool frog, because I love it. It's starting to look like Knives the Bitch. Vile, all of my Discord DMs got completely wiped. Well, they're not, I don't think they're permanently wiped. I messaged Discord about it and actually tweeted at them a little angrily this morning. But when I go to open them, there's just no conversation there. They're just gone. It says start a conversation or say hi or something, and I'm like, So I'm not touching it. I don't want to touch Discord until they fix it because there's a lot of conversations in there that I want. Eels don't cure constipation. Well, maybe eating one. I don't know. Depends on if you're allergic. Glitter is the herpes of the craft world, and I love it. I love glitter. I have it on my eyes today, and it's all over my desk because of that. It's great. Oh my god! You know what what did I say yesterday? It reminded me of something. Not spore. Oh my god, what was it? But it does look like spore. This, I mean, if you think about it, ZBrush is like spore for adults. You're gonna come your undying love for me? Will you die? Depends on how you use the eel. The poor eel. Have you ever seen an eel's face? Like a moray eel? I wouldn't want that near any part of my body, period.
Yeah.
They're like... I couldn't... It's an eel. They're terrifying. Cool. I mean, I love them, but...
Not about to make friends.
Nope. I'm not about to go shake that little Jigglypuff's hand. They're like a sniff away from being those creepy-ass deep-sea creatures. The lamprey eel gives me nightmares. Like, that's literally like my... Like, I'm not really afraid of any animals unless they want to suck my blood. Lamprey eels, leeches... Not afraid, I just don't like them. Mosquitoes. Twitch Whisper? Yes. Ooh. Ooh! I would have been so offended if you didn't send me that message file. Friendship over, but it's not over, you saved it. Yes. Duh. No, lamprey eels. If you guys have never seen a lamprey eel, it's literally a tube with a tube of teeth. The world fish? I haven't seen that one. What kind of fish is that? A world fish? I learned about a really cute... Oh, wolffish. Which one's the wolffish? Hold on. I gotta look it up. I love looking at deep sea animals, but they are pretty horrifying. Like, most of them are so delicate, they're like flying flesh. That's a nightmare and I hate it. Wait, is that the fish that can like change its gender? So like a female could, or no, a male could go like hibernate in a cave for a couple months and come out a male or something? Yeah, fuck leeches. I don't like it. All animals have a role to play. We don't get to pick what that role is. Eels are the constipation snake. God damn it. Ooh, the chins. You know, I have a good picture of my Nana if you need a chins example. I loved my Nana, for anyone wondering. But she had many a chin. Many a chin did that lady have. Delightful. A football fish? Nope, but I'm gonna look it up right now, because I like to see horrifying things. Oh, it's like it's an angler, like an anglerfish. Is it like, ugh, it's a scary one. Yes, Vile, I'm excited. The mention of leeches always makes me think of Will Wheaton and Stand By Me. I love that movie, but that's the one character no one ever remembers. Sorry, Will. I'm looking at him right now. I literally pulled it up on Google, and I see a picture of people standing next to it, and I don't want to exist in a world that exists. Go put them in kimono to bed, give loves for them. I wish someone would tuck me into bed. Tell me a nighttime story. Oh my gosh, monkey. So, you know the woman that I've told you and Alex about that has like 11 parrots in her house and she just lets them fly and scare people and she has this big YouTube channel?
Yeah.
She got 5 more.
5.
5.
That's a little excessive, hey?
5. How many parrots does one need?
How many can you keep?
I was just gonna say, how
Hopefully.
many parrots can you like accommodate?
I mean, if you're asking me, not that many.
He's a bird owner. Did you guys know that?
I can't, like, wow. How many people are looking after them? Is it just one woman?
That's a nightmare if it is.
Because, well, you need like a staff of people.
Hate it. Her channel is, I don't want it, like, I'm not hating on her. Everybody makes personal choices, and she seems like a wonderful person, and her birds look healthy. She's just a little chaotic about it. Marlene McCohen is her name. Marlene McCohen. And I love birds. I was, like, literally outside of a shop about to buy a bird and came to the conclusion my life is too chaotic to own a bird because I'm a mature adult. But a lot of people don't do that, and it's sad. And sometimes I just wonder, because, like, I don't own a bird, but I have a lot of bird friends. And from what I hear, a parrot is a toddler for 80 years. Imagine 15 toddlers and only one adult to, like, give them attention. Just me? I don't know. I'm not a bird owner, so anybody can correct me if I'm a fucking idiot. Look at those chins!
Gotta get them chinnies in.
Wait, Mark, you have 14 parrots? Rod's wife is the burb. That's what he fails to tell you, Sales. Yeah, well, that's her birds. Like, she has one bird that will fly at anyone that comes in the house and, like, try to attack them. One that goes to the highest point of the house and just screams at people. Some of them attack each other. It just seems chaotic to me. That's just me. Ooh, button. Okay, let's do button.
Birds.
Huh?
That's a lot of birds.
Right? And they're
It
big.
must
Like, she's
be
got
a
big
very loud
parrots.
place.
Oh my god, ice penis. I would. That's what I was saying to him, saying, I have a demon bird. It's so rude. You're calling your wife a demon? She comes by once in a while. I've been a temp teacher for 6-year-olds. Oh. Now imagine that 24/7 for 80 years. Could you survive? Would you survive? I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to. I love you, Rod. You know that, right? No, yeah, that's just like, and that's kind of what it feels like when I watch her videos. And granted, she shows YouTube is YouTube, so you see what they want you to see. And even what she wants us to see is pretty fucking chaotic. Would you want to survive, right? Like, what do you come out as after that? Can I cry too? Can we dab in each other's tears? Yes, we can always dab in each other's tears. Is Alex near? Can you dab into a tear, Mickey?
I can. Who needs a tear dabbing?
Yoshi, what the fuck? Why did he feel the need to come up to you and say any of that? Mostly because I'm currently 33. I doubt I'm going to live another 80 more years. And that's another thing, like, as a bird owner, you gotta, like, there are people who literally have to designate their birds to relatives because they're gonna die. Can you imagine having a bird live long? I'd feel so bad. What? Don't be this way. My flying guy died. Aww. Well, he'll come back. We all died. Start a new match. Oh, cancel. We're really close. We can do it. Maybe. We'll try. Yeah, turtles. Dude, I have a turtle. Vile, have I ever told you about that? My family, we have a family turtle. I'm not kidding you. It was my great uncle's, so my grandfather's brother's turtle. And then my mom had it. Now my sister has it. It's older than all of us. Alive. Cheers, Ashley. I love you. Isn't that awesome? And it's so, he's had the strangest life. Because, like, for the first half, when my uncle had him, they thought he was a boy. So his name was George. And then when my mom had him, a vet told her because he had red around his eyes, he was actually a girl. So then it was Georgette. And then we took him to the vet again and he became George again. Like, it's just, oh, not the vet. My sister saw his penis. She came home one day and his whole dick was out. She was like, is he dying or is that genitals? And I was like, those are genitals. Walk away. How big is it? Not very big. He's like this big. He's just a little, some sort of little box turtle. We don't even know because when my uncle got him, he had been sick. The people that had taken care of him when he was a baby didn't give him sunlight or something, so his shell's all fucked up. Turtle dick is horrifying. If you guys want to Google something to give you nightmares, turtle dick. It looks like a turtle, like a flesh turtle. It's a nightmare. Yeah, literally the stuff from nightmares. Cheers. Get out of my head, Rod. I know, right? It's because our brains are all just like dying from fire smoke. They're not forked. It literally looks like a pink tube and then like imagine a turtle made of flesh. Like, it's not a happy thing. Google it. You're an adult, Ashley. Get it. Look at those genitals. I'm kidding. Don't make. Oh, Floyd. Oh, gray. Is it one of those? Is it the African gray? Those are like the smartest parrot, I think. I've heard those are like one of the most difficult birds to own because they're so intelligent. Is it the Congo? I think it is the Congo gray parrot, which is funny because if you look at them in their natural habitat, they're basically seagulls. They live in huge flocks and just eat dead shit. Imagine if your penis was just a tiny dude. That's how turtles work. Why? I don't want a penis. I don't want anything else hanging off my body. Like, boobs are enough. I'd rather be a solid thing. Like, I can't... Like, it's so bizarre that we evolved to have, like, these jiggly, sensitive bits on the outside. I'd rather just be a solid thing. Spoonie's Ollie has only recently laid eggs, making it finally abundant that Ollie was a female. Well, Gek, so I had a, hold on, I'm gonna change the song. This one's intense. I had a bearded dragon named Bowser, and for the first 10 years of Bowser's life, I thought Bowser was a boy. And then Bowser laid eggs. Oof. You want to be an egg? Is there a reason, Mark? No, bodies are weird. Hi, Rafus. How are you, love? Right around the Bowsette meme. Seriously, it was pretty weird. I thought, honestly, I thought there was like bugs in her tank. One day I went to look at her cage and there was just like these weird yellow blobs everywhere. Because they were infertile, obviously. And I was like, oh god, is she dying? Just eggs. Fucking Katie. All these floppy appendages. Oh, true. Well, I don't mind the appendages that have bones in them. But like, genitals and boobs, like, I don't have any like conscious control of them. They just flop all over the place. It's kind of annoying. Looking at genitals is actually a legit way to ID some species, including a lot of bees. We used to use a needle and some tweezers to pop them out of bees. Oh my god. That's amazing. Floppy. Well, I can't deny that if I watch boys play basketball, I'm looking for the flop. What you doing, Mickey? How's the triangle? Basketball shorts are a gift. I kind of like his eye because I imagine it's like a periscope, like it pops out of his head. Bloop. Every time
Like
you
a
spin
weird
it.
eye stalk.
Yeah. Super Sea Lion. I'm telling you, I did not watch Friends. I don't even know the name of the Friends characters. I do know, however, how Jennifer Aniston's nipples sit on her chest in any form of weather. I like it. I love the striations in the eye. It's cool.
Response when you see children wearing masks as they
That's not
play
what I
should be no
wanted.
different from your response to seeing someone beat a kid in Walmart.
Hi, gay.
Charmed. Nipples. Charmed, I have no idea what those girls' names were, but nipples. And now it's like, you can show every part of the boob but the nipples. What happened? I'm thankful for nips. I think human bodies are beautiful. All of them. Blessed be. Should we all say a prayer? Thank you, directors of Friends, for keeping that shitty show in the air for so many years, because, damn. Community did that with nipples? I don't remember. Really? My favorite characters were Abed and Troy. Once Troy left the show, I was pretty much checked out. I know, seriously, like that set had to be freezing. I don't know, did they have a mobile app? Because that's kind of dumb. I didn't know if they did or not. Did they get away with did they get rid of a mobile app, my dudes? That's depressing. I didn't know. I really liked Will and Grace, but I don't remember nipples in that one either. I was really young when that show was on, though. Like, really young. I want to be a bald eagle. Fly a mile plus with your mate to copulate and free fall and hope you finish before you hit. Dude, did you know that bald eagles specifically, they can live a really long time. They can live upwards of 60 years. But around the age of 25, 30, their beak overgrows because they don't like wear it down. Like most birds will chew on things to wear their beaks down. Their beak overgrows. And the eagle has to make a conscious decision to literally bash its face into a rock repeatedly until its beak breaks off, starve until the beak grows back, and then it can continue living for like a whole nother 30 years. Or it could just give up and starve to death and die. Whoa.
Metal.
That is fucking metal. Like, you get double the life if you smash your face into this rock. Were they, Jordan? Oh, that's true. No LED lighting. That's true. How'd they keep them shits so perked? Amazing. America.
Fuck yeah.
Our country's bird was going to be a turkey. That's what Benjamin Franklin wanted it to be, a turkey, which is precious. I hope
It's
she
a
was
far
rubbing the
more
fun button.
noble bird.
I'm saying. Instead, we just fucking murder it.
Gobble gobble, motherfucker.
Oh, God. I'm trying to do this phone shit. It's just asking me weird questions, and I'd rather talk to chat. We should eat bald eagles. I wouldn't. They look lean. I don't really like turkey either, though. She got those naturally perky nips, or maybe she had surgery. On nips? That'd be sad. Oh, I love this song. Breastfeeding? Well, you can always tell a breastfed nipple just because they're like fucking well, we say destroyed because to us it seems our nipples have been destroyed. But really it's just, you know, you created children, Ashley. Pretty cool children if I say so myself. You know, Kino, I kind of think that's a misnomer because I had my nip knobs pierced and mine are not permanently perked by any means. I know that happens to some people, but mine are, they just have two tiny little white scars. And that's it. Oh my god, they go through the nipple? How? It's not big enough. Lady Kimono, fuck yeah, dude. Good for you. Pierced nipples are the hottest shit, but I'm so self-conscious about my titties. It's not, honestly, in my opinion, they just weren't worth the trouble. Anything, I mean, literally anything can catch on them and rip them. Anything. A lacy bra, a not lacy bra, a t-shirt, a pillow, a fuzz. Like, ow. The memories. I have to hold myself in comfort. I will never do that to you again, and I'm sorry. How do you feel about inverted nipples? Oh my god, I think inverted nipples are adorable. One of my sisters has inverted nips. Precious. So, I dated a guy, and for the first year of us dating and fucking, he would not remove his shirt because he had inverted nipples, and he was so self-conscious. I was like, I work in the medical field. Do you think there's a type of nipple I haven't seen? A year. Damn. They cut your nipple out? Stuff the water balloon in. Oh. I am so uncomfortable. Do they explain this surgery to people before they get implants? No shame to anyone who has implants. I wanted them for a long time before I became clinically terrified of surgery from working in a surgery clinic. Whole areola. Oh my god, they take them off though? Yeah, but people are going in and getting this done voluntarily. I mean, the second someone told me, okay, first we'll cut your nipple off, I'd be like, bye. Oh, I should. You noticed the shrimping as I was like protecting my boobs from the conversation. Oh, little black dress. Well, I had mine pierced at one point and they healed, they were fine. And I was getting into a shower with like a glass sliding door and just barely like slid the edge of my tit against it as I was getting into the shower and it caught the piercing. And it was the most like visceral pain I've ever felt in my life. I just equate anything that has to do with your tits to that pain now. And everything, I just kind of want to die when I hear it. A spooter alert? I don't even know. Not safe for life? I can't. So gross. I'm trying to charge my phone. I have to charge it to transfer the shit, but the problem is my old phone doesn't hold a charge. It's very interesting. Hello, William. I know, Vissy. You have nice nib knobs. Most people have wonderful nib knobs. Every tit deserves to have a suckle. Consensually, of course. You know what's funny, Vissy, though, is your tits are the same size as mine. Just on you. Which is so not fair. People these days are usually opt for the under muscle option. That's what my mom got because, well, but she had a mastectomy. So, like, when you have a mastectomy, they remove every bit of tissue, like everything, you know, like all the fat, everything, just to keep you safe. So they had to go into the muscle. Same, Glut. I have never seen a human body and, like I've never, like, been with someone I think I want to be intimate with, seen them naked and been like, no, thank you. Because usually I know them a little bit before the naked moment, but... Isn't that sick, Vissy? We literally could. Our upper body is almost... I mean, I guarantee my shoulders are broader because I'm huge, but we could probably wear the exact same size on the top of our body. Vissy is, but get this, Rod. Our torsos are the same length. Like, we have the same length torso and the same size chest, but my legs are twice the length of my torso. That's where all my fucking... That's where my jack is into the sky. Yeah. Which is funny because I always thought I had a long torso, honestly. I was wrong. They make an incision. Man, I've just seen way too many fucked up surgeries to, like, want to volunteer to get cut up anymore. And the infections and shit. Ugh. Are you, Rod? Yeah. Vissy and I measured. One day I measured myself. Because, I was designing a tattoo. And so I measured myself from my shoulder, basically my shoulder line to the top of my ass crack, and then the top of my ass crack to the floor. And my shoulder line to my ass crack was half of my legs, which is why normal people don't have that disparity. I like it hard, fast, and deep. Sup. That's how I like to hang out at the nursing home as well. Cheers. Oh, Jordan. I mean, Pyro, aren't we all walking meatballs? Technically. I mean, we could get real weird with this. Like, think about it. You're all just a bunch of, like, skeletons sitting in front of glowing screens covered in, like, gooey, like, blood and guts and flesh. It's pretty gross. Right? Oh my god, Vissy. I had a friend that went and worked for the post office for a while, and he had to wear the post office outfit, and I used to call his shorts that he wore the nipple shorts because they literally went to here. Like, and this was just like a couple years ago. We're animated skeletons covered in meat. It's gross. Dan Harmon. That's pretty accurate. Uh-oh. Your power? Uh-oh. You know what's super crazy? Your brain ignores the sound of blood rushing through your ears. Your brain ignores a lot of things. Selective hearing is not a fake thing. It's kind of a survival mechanism. That's why if you're in, like, a room where there's absolutely no sound, your ears will start to ring. Piloting mechs of meat. Jellyfish have to eat with their butthole. At least we don't have to do that. At least most of us. Vissy, there aren't pants that exist that are actually high-waisted on me. They cut the tendons attaching the penis to the body, then after surgery, the man has to hang weights? No. On that topic, I did get to be a part of the very first penis ever built from a forearm when I worked at Hopkins. It was amazing. A form of tinnitus? Well, tinnitus is a spectrum, right? So when you're born, you have like hundreds of billions of thousands of tiny little hairs in your ear, and as you grow older, they die off and you stop hearing certain pitches. So that's technically tinnitus. Technically. But it's actually your brain starts to hear the other shit, like the blood rushing through your ears and stuff, because there's nothing else to focus on. It's real weird. I don't know the exact science behind it, not an ear doctor, but I remember learning about it. What kind of penis surgery? An enlargement, or like with the weights? Or you mean building someone a penis? It was a transgender man. I would want a penis if I was a man. I mean, you know. That's just me, but to each their own. He was very nice. Actually, really sweet story. So, I think I've told this before, but I love telling it because it was like one of the best moments. So, I was walking by his room, and I walk into his room to check his oxygen, and he says, he was like taking a picture of his dick. And it has, in order for the dick to heal appropriately, it has to heal splinted, like upright and hard. And I start laughing, and he like tucks his phone away, and then he goes, "Do you want to know what I was doing?" And I was like, "Of course," like, because we were pretty tight by that. He'd been there for a while. And he goes, "I just sent my wife her first unsolicited dick pic." I almost cried because I was so happy for him, but it was fucking hilarious. I don't think people should be dangling weights on their dick. Like, that just seems dangerous. And, like, they could harm the pee-pee. I don't want people to do stuff that hurts them. That's it. I mean, do what you need to do to feel good about your body, but, like, don't, like, you know, like the urethra is not a stretchy thing. It's a mucous membrane, but it's not... Ugh. I don't know. I don't even want to... Did you watch Nip Tuck? I watched Nip Tuck all the way to the episode where the lady that liked Build-A-Bear had her own machine, and she, like, stuffed a man's face with the Build-A-Bear machine. After that, I was out. It was too much. I feel like you would damage something, it would scare me. Look it up? No. Is it worth? I don't want to see it. I've seen, like, we've all been to the dark side. If you're around my age, you've seen, like, the Pain Olympics and the sick shit like that. Like, I'm good. I worked in a hospital. Like, there isn't much I can't... About these electric razor eyes. They're starting to not look like electric razors. I love the way they're shaping. I just, honestly, like, this is the kind of shit I could just watch to relax myself. The way he pulls and puffs little bits of it to, like, fill in, you know, and make it look more realistic is really calming to me. No pics, just words. Okay, I could read about it. I wouldn't want to see it. I'm all for trans surgery. Of course. We all are. We're very much, I mean, you know, we're very much pro-trans rights here. I had an ex who would pop his penis in hopes... No. Excuse me? Okay, you have to tell me how he popped his penis, because now I just want to know what that entails. I have to know. I don't have a penis. The guy got a penis reduction because he couldn't stop... No, but I did see the episode where the woman got Botox injections in her nana, and they did too much, so she couldn't stop having orgasms. That was pretty funny. It was erect, and he pushed...
Scary clown says run away.
Mm-hmm.
My asshole has never been this small in my life. I was in the oh no, he ruined a shower. I was in the shower one day, high as a kite, getting ready to enjoy some time with him. He came in the bathroom and said, "I think I need to go to the hospital." Oh, oh no. Why? Same, Pyro, take me with you. I am 2 sales. Man, I've seen people do some it, you know, it's probably a good, we could probably all use a smoke. Oh my god. Get a surgeon if you're wanting to adjust it. I'm so sorry that happened to you. I don't think I can stand yet. I'm like so ill feeling after that image. Let's watch the sculpting. I was feeling so calm. And now my butthole's breaking me on the inside. So squenched. Oh, I can't. Vile, yours is worse, but the fact that he does his to himself on purpose is what is killing me. You did not do that to yourself. Oh. Everything popped, except my penis, because that... It's... why? I don't want to know. I've seen people doing some fucked up shit to their bodies. But damn. Seriously though, like, it's the thing, it's the idea of a popping sound that is getting me. Like, to me, the first time that happened, like, danger. My body would say, danger, don't do that again. And now that we've all shortened our taints, shall we take a smoke break real quick, run an ad, and then return to the beautiful art that Mickey's creating for us as we talk about this horrible, horrible subject? Every time...
Let's do a smoke.
Yeah. Every time one butthole closes, another opens. I'm taking a break. Everyone, please follow my friend Monkey Jesus's socials. We do have an alert for him in chat if one of my mods would pop that up. His socials are naked because maybe we pressured him into making them. I don't know, but he's amazing. Check out his art. We'll be back in a few. Are you staying, Mickey? Are you going? Are you
I'm
taking a
probably
break?
gonna smoke.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. We will all be back in a few. I love you guys. emailing me. They're adding all these other game modes. And I'm like, it's cool that you want to add game modes, but like people still can't use the app. You know? Seems a little skewed. Usually, yep, Ashley, usually people that exactly what Banana said, usually people that lash out at you and start telling you who you are and what's wrong with you, it's because they see it in themselves and they're scared of it. It's they're identifying it by pointing it at you instead. It's the mobile app. I opened it on the on my desktop. I agree with Super Sea Lion. The only thing crazy about you is how fucking crazy cool you are, especially considering you've raised an army of children and you're still like chill. Most moms lose their fucking gourd. It's wild. Yeah, Sean, hold on one second. See if I can beat my mods to giving you a permit. I'm absolutely terrified of my mirror for that reason. Oh my God, sales. So I was doing this workbook about like anxiety and dealing with just anxious behaviors in general because I have OCD and all that stuff. Hence the reorganizing constantly. And one of the like workbook things to do was to look at yourself in a mirror and talk to yourself. Like look at yourself, not just like physically, but like talk to yourself in a mirror. That is the most difficult and hard, like it literally was a mind block. It was so hard to do that. Try it someday. Not if you hate it, but like maybe one of you. Try to talk to yourself in a mirror. It's some scary shit. Oh my God, stop it. Is this a... $25,000. Y'all, your pee-pee's perfect the way it is, okay? It's really intense to talk to yourself like a person. It's weird. It's the link. There's no pictures. It's like a website that offers penis enlargement, and it describes the process and what it costs. $25,000. Monkey, I think he might be still smoking because I haven't seen his mouse move yet. I have his screen up over here, and I just wait. You want to stare? We can just stare at it together. I look in the mirror every day. I mean, I don't have a problem with the way I look, but I think the way we look at ourselves to like get ready in the day is different than just like looking at yourself. Because I'm looking at the little things like, you know, do I have a pimple? Am I clean? We're good. Yeah. Mirami's a total a-hole. Same. Dude, that's what I'm saying. Who the fuck cares? I mean, can we stop the big dick energy bullshit? I've made sweet love to many a penis, and they've all been wonderful. Honestly, if you can't make do with a penis of a varying size, that's probably on you and not the person with the penis. That's just me. They've had it their whole life. About the basketball flopping, but they could never take that flop away. Yesterday, I got to see my grandma and great aunt. They're sisters, both born on Christmas, a year apart. What the hell? It was great. They both can also still handle their... How old are they? That's dope. It's just a way to make people feel shitty. Ooh, disruption. What is it? I love when it's religious. I haven't even read it yet. I just see a fucking religious dude and I know it's going to be good. A Spanish bishop known for performing exorcism has resigned after reportedly falling in love with an author of satanic-themed erotic fiction, sparking fears among his former Catholic colleagues that he has been possessed by the devil. You know what? Good for him.
Hail the Dank Lord, he's found love.
How dare they? Ugh. I don't like looking in the mirror, but something shifted with therapy, and I had a spontaneous session where I connected with and apologized to... That's what I was trying to do. I haven't figured it out yet. I left the handprints to remind myself about it. Ooh. The phrase that came with it is, I am not small. Ooh. Ooh, that gave me chills. That's beautiful. Instead of big, small dick energy, I go with dirty or clean. Ooh, I like that. You've got some real hygienic energy going on. That's what I'm going to use from now on because your hygiene is much more important, and that's something you can actually control. You're born with a penis. I mean, just figure out how to use it. Fuck. You have so many other parts. Yeah, no, I'm totally on that train. That's big hygiene energy right there. Ashley, maybe transitioning, like, because you said you were, like, sore from sleeping, maybe just, like, being in a different position. I mean, it's not going to feel good, but it might make your bed feel good. But I am small. Well, you're, like, small, but you're not. Like, Vissy, if you never told me your size, I'd assume you were a big fucking gladiator bitch. You have not small energy. You have hygienic energy, bitch. I've come in contact with penises too big and literally been like, I cannot accommodate that. Mickey's back! What up? Did you know, Vile, that that's your body helping you not pee the bed? That's what morning wood is. Morning wood is just like your body, it's like a Kegel. It's like a long-term Kegel your body did while it was sleeping. Just preventing you from peeing your pants. Zakrarion. Not everyone can be biggest dickus, and that's okay. It's preferable.
Hail the Dank Lord.
And thank you for that resub, my love. Well, at the age of 12, true. True. A lot of people don't know that today. I've known adult men who are like, man, I don't know how I'm fucking just blazing horny every morning. I'm like, really, though? But I try not to be a snob about health stuff because I know I went to medical school. Like, most people don't know what I know. The Superman stance. Oh my god, that's beautiful. I mean, isn't the theory like, if you have an engorged genital, you can't pee? It's supposed to help you not pee because you don't want to pee into someone. Ew. I had a question I was going to ask everybody that had nothing to do with this topic, and you guys made me forget it. Damn it.
Could you?
Yeah, it was like a good group topic. Hold on, let me think for a minute. Oh, this is my question. So, the setting. It's 2022. Trump is in charge of the country again somehow. And you spontaneously explode because that's what will happen. What kind of animal spontaneously explodes out of you? Or animals?
Very good question.
Mm-hmm. Pertinent. I don't know where it came from, but I thought about it and I thought it'd be fun.
That's a really good question.
I know. I can't even, like, I want to say, like, birds, but probably not.
There's a lot of cool things I want to say, but, like, I know, you know?
Oh
Gotta
my
be real
god.
with myself.
Banana, a swarm of angry Africanized bees.
Yeah, I mean, you see, that seems more appropriate.
I mean, really, all you need to do is turn into, like, jumping spiders. Most of the world has an irrational fear of spiders. You could scare so many dumb cunts with spiders. No offense to the spider phobes. That phobia is different. A middle-aged hard-shell tortoise. I love tortoises. There's those mites on our faces that explode. Ew. Why is YouTube being so dumb? YouTube's been dumb for weeks. A crow. I like crows. Spiders. I saw them split out of my third eye. Ooh. A bunch of sloths. That's not really a bursting, though, Sales. Like, how... Okay, so because you said a bunch of sloths, now I have to know how do they... Like, what does it look like when a body spontaneously explodes and a bunch of sloths burst out? Or I guess, like, roll out? I don't know. Gooey ducks.
Tumble out.
Tumble. Yeah, they could tumble.
You just
Ooh.
sort of collapse and they tumble out.
It's a very slow process. It sounds painful. Ooh, a trash panda and a narwhal. I like the idea of a narwhal bursting out of someone.
A whole bunch of them. That's rad as hell.
Yeah.
Like all the horns and shit.
Dude, just like battling. They're literally just too many sloths to contain. They just kind of fall out. Like the alien, but it'd be like adorable and slow. You wouldn't want to die. You'd be like, damn it.
I missed it.
Oh my god, you'd be like the blue shell on Mario Kart. David, how are you, love? David, I posed you a question. It's the year 2022, and Trump is suddenly in charge of the entire world. So your body spontaneously explodes because, as is known, that is what will happen. What kind of animals burst out of your body? So far, we've discussed sloths, which is just an insane idea, and I love it. Crows, eels, ew. Trash panda, narwhals. I love the idea of narwhals bursting out of somebody. My partner that I told you about last week has moved in, and I had a pretty good scare. Oh my god. Wait, a pretty good scare. What happened? Wait. Ravens. I mean, it's like the blackbirds in a pie, right? What was that? What's the rhyme? When the pie was open, the birds began to sing. Wasn't that a dainty dish to set before the king? What is that? There's a person in your house? Kill it. Wait, I mean, speak to it. Was it 10 and 20 blackbirds baked in a pie? What is the name of the nursery rhyme? I'm blanking. Huh. I'd imagine that leech puppet... Oh, Puppet Master gave me nightmares forever, Kino Ghoul. I blame that movie for my fear of dolls. Thank you for reminding me. Which one? The one with the tongue? Is that the one you're thinking about? Love and Butterflies? That'd be pretty dope. Butterflies bursting out of someone would be pretty. I mean, I don't want you to spontaneously explode. Ooh, can I go with tarantulas? Just like a bunch of harmful, chunky little tarantulas. I mean, harmless, excuse me. A moose? Oh my god, wait. Vissy. If I had to pick an animal that burst out of you... Honestly, I'm thinking elephant. I'm thinking an elephant. Because they're badass. You don't fuck with an elephant. But they're, like, intelligent. And they're community-based. And very, like, one of the most loving species we've ever witnessed. Female elephants, like, in their herds and whatnot. Like, they're so compassionate and stuff. But also, like, murder machines. And, like, that's kind of how I think of you. Like, you're a giant love sack of scary. If like someone directly hurt someone you loved, like I would not want to be in your way. I was thinking a large cat, but most large cats are solitary, and you're like, you like your alone time, but you're also like social. And elephants are just like fucking badass. Like they are insanely intelligent, and they're so cool. Oh, sing a song of sixpence. Thank you so much. If I picked an underwater creature as a merman, would they just flop around in sadness? No, they would magically get into water. If this is my world and we're spontaneously exploding into innocent animals, they don't die. Nah. They take over and run the world. This is what happens. It's like Mother Nature's way of taking over. What kind of art stream is this? Is Katie teaching us? No, so this is actually Monkey Jesus. Mickey is doing this cool... He's teaching us all about how to do this really awesome sculpting in ZBrush. I'm literally sitting here taking notes on my iPad as he moves along because I've never used sculpting either, and it's so cool. Like, it's boundless. So we're all kind of learning from Monkey as he creates this really cool D&D-esque monster. Ooh, Vissy.
This is where we are right now.
Ooh, tell us.
we've just been filling in details here and there because I get bored. So
I love
at this
it.
point, I just kind of hop around. I
Dude,
did
look at the
some tongue
gums.
detail, some gums, some like bulgy bits with some foldy ovary bits.
I like it. It's like tumors in his face. Or I guess those would be like his poison glands, right? Isn't that what frogs have? They have like glands.
They've got glandular bits.
Oh, boy fruit, good, because Mickey is an alien. I wasn't gonna out him, but I mean, I guess the program outs him as an alien. Sorry, Mickey.
What are you talking about? I'm not an alien.
Beep, boop, beep. You need to mute your mic. You're beeping.
I do perfectly human things. Like, not do alien things.
He definitely doesn't plug into a wall at night. Boyfriend said, normal people can't learn ZBrush. It's made for and by aliens. I may be an alien. I don't know. Snow leopards are so cool. See, I think if an animal burst out of me, it'd be something extremely solitary. But is, like, angry about it. So, like, some big cat, like a jaguar or something that lives in a tree. Why am I so alone? Don't touch me. Good scares and a big scare, and it turned out all right. I got a call from them while I was at work, and they were throwing up with blood. Thankfully, it turns out it was just that dinner. Oh, my God. Too much fat for their gallbladder. Thank fuck. You'd be a spooter. Oh, totally. That's what I was saying. Like, they're pretty solitary, too. That's true, honestly. Like, all a tarantula does is, like, redecorate its home all day. Literally, I've been watching Goldie. She's been pushing dirt around her enclosure all day. That's all they do. And literally, when I'm not streaming, I'm just reorganizing, like, making the rainbow on my bookshelf more perfect or moving a spider. I'm so happy they're okay, because that's terrifying. Panspermia? What? Oh my God, Squeaky. We used to try to convince my sister she was adopted, and we did it pretty hard. Like, we had me and my brothers would tell her that she was, like, adopted. We found her on the side of the road and all this shit. It was terrible. Get her to the point she was crying, and then I'd be like, Sarah, look how much we look alike. We're kidding. And then she'd be like, okay. Oh, it was bad. Being an older sibling's the worst, because you look back on it and you're like, why was I so mean? And there's no reason. I was thinking about how cool you are, Katie, on my train ride home. I am quite chilly. We've been talking about cold nips all day, David. Did you feel my nips harden? Are we nip sisters? I knew it. Oh, Ashley, then don't. Or use one of your slaves. Children. Ask one. What? Don't hurt yourself. Where's your iPad? Oh my God, the Sisterhood of the Traveling Nips. Stop it. Ooh. Laugh. I love the way you say stuff. You know, you're not the first person to say that. I've gotten that a few times, but I still don't know what that means. But I'm just going to keep on trugging. Oh, Squeaky, and that's my little sister, but rightfully so. Like, I don't know if it's because she got everything she wanted, or she got everything she wanted because she was a good kid. But, like, if I went down the list of my siblings, like, my 2 older sisters didn't graduate high school, had erroneous babies, taken away by the state, blah, 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 drugs. 3 older brothers, none of them graduated high school, all dropped out, or just stopped going, drugs, 1 dead. Like, and then it was my sisters, and we all did okay. Josh was a nurse. Katrina died, which was super sad, but she did go to the school for Cordon Bleu, School of Cooking or whatever, and learn how to be a chef. And then I was the first to graduate high school out of all my siblings. And then my sister's a lawyer. She's the youngest. Sarah's the youngest out of all 8, and she's the lawyer who went to a private Catholic school and is, like, really successful. So I don't know if she just, like, learned from all of us fucking up or if she was just, like, the good one. Sisterhood of the Nip has to be a boss encounter in a Souls game. Oh my God. Just a nipple creature. You know, I might have to work on my idea. I had an idea to draw a like, this happened when Mickey and I streamed one time. Mickey, you might remember it better than me. When people were like, we, like, added they wanted 1 million eyes on the chin or something. I think it was Knives. Knives, like, wanted a bunch of chin chin eyes, and I was thinking about drawing a turkey where the wattle, like every bulb and bulge on the wattle was an eyeball.
That's fucking nightmare fuel turkey.
Seriously, and every time it like turned towards you, all the eyeballs would be like blah, blah, blah.
As it is, those waddles are fucking terrifying.
They feel icky too when you touch them. It's like cold ball skin.
That's what I imagined.
Yeah, we raised turkeys when I was a kid. It's icky. Nipples with eyes in them. Oh. Ew. So they just cry milk? Are we doing Turkey Day this year? We should. I mean, I'm not going home for Thanksgiving. Like, the world's breaking out in COVID again, so I'm not going anywhere. I would love to do Turkey Day again. I need to, like, I keep saying it, but I don't think there is a program to mirror my iPad to my computer effectively. I just have never found one that works. Thank you for that follow, Paint Demon. Wait, did I say it wrong? The Painted Man. I said Paint Demon, which sounds kind of cooler, but Painted Man's cool too. Welcome to my channel, welcome to my stream. This is my friend Mickey, and he's teaching us ZBrush, and it's insanely calming and fun to watch. When your eye nipples get erect, do they hang lower?
Oh.
Nipples? Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, God, it's beautiful. Bird-esque.
Hail the Dank Lord and thank you for that resub, Honeybee.
I was the wholesome, loving kid, so I was to lead by example. Oh, not me. I was a little goth piece of shit. I learned my brother works at a bar on the weekends now, as well as a Nordstrom as a manager during the week. He also graduated business school and is getting married? Damn! Damn. What is this, Pan's Labyrinth? Ooh, I love that movie. I'm so happy I understand Spanish. Total smartasses. Yeah, but did you know sarcasm is a symptom of the intelligent. Sarcasm being a smartass in general, that's actually like not a symptom, but a correlated trait to being a person who has a high propensity for being an intelligent human. Delphinus, what up? I gotta pack a bowl, but then. Ooh, Vissy, that movie's really good. It's all in Spanish with subtitles, but it's like there's not so much dialogue that really you need to watch the subtitles much. Honestly, you don't even need to know what's the dialogue, and you could probably get the whole story because, what is it? Guillermo del Toro? Like, he shows and does not tell. That movie is so pretty, but it's kind of a scary one, too.
The visuals are exceptional in that film.
Fucking chef's kiss.
Whew.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Even the scary parts, like the parts that are meant to be a little bit more scary because it's like a fairy tale for a child. They're stunning.
I need to watch that movie sober.
It's so good. I love that movie. It gives me too many nightmares, really. It's kind of hard to watch. I can see that. Do you like the design of Pan over the Pale Man better? Who doesn't, though? The Pale Man is like a naked cat. It's like a ball
I don't know. I
sack
think
of teeth.
pretty iconic though.
Oh, I mean, yes. I would say it's one of the most iconic. I would say like SFX identifiable things ever. You don't even need to have seen the movie and people know who that is. But
Yeah.
I loved Pan. Like the Pan design was so cool. Ooh, a question for Mickey. Did you use the mannequin feature much? Oh, do you use the mannequin? Did you use the mannequin feature much in ZBrush? Sorry, I can't read right.
Not so much anymore, because it's just like it can be a bit finicky and weird. So I've actually been looking into different workflows for posing stuff.
Oh.
And right now it looks like using Daz Studio alongside ZBrush is the best bet to go for. So at the moment, I'm just kind of like planning my sculpt such that I don't need to pose too much or do much of that sort of stuff. and I can do it pretty much with like masks and things like that if my planning is good. But if like I want something extra, then I would start with DAZ Studio, generate like a base model, and then what it does is it automatically rigs the model for you, like with quite a high quality rig.
Oh.
And you're able to take that model from DAZ Studio into ZBrush and sculpt on it. So what that allows you to do is once you've sculpted this model in ZBrush, and you can change it to pretty much anything, like sculpt over like this basic figure, you can go into the initial software and pose it, and whatever you've sculpted in its full detail will be posed according to how you pose it in the initial software. So you don't have to worry so much. Like you can essentially sculpt something in a T pose and pose it into the most like dynamic, insane pose possible without having to really stress too much about like sculpting it in its final position, like all asymmetrical and shit like that.
So for those of us who have never used this, what the hell is that other program you were just talking about?
DAZ Studio is another 3D software program that's used for a variety of different things.
Oh, okay.
Right now, it seems like in this particular context, people are using it to generate base models to work off of, like in the industry, to work really, really quickly. So instead of starting with a sphere like I usually do, concept artists will generate a model in DAZ Studio, for example, which, like I said, like rigs the model so that it can be posed, and then like they'll sculpt quickly on it to get like a concept or an idea across, and they'll still be able to pose it and stuff like that without having to spend too much time on like the nitty gritty, essentially.
Oh, okay. Oh my God, Volpsy, one of my oldest friends in the world has joined us and has a question for you, Mickey. Do you have retopo, or can you keep high poly count?
So this is where the true power of fucking ZBrush comes in.
Oh, bitch, we're learning. I'm taking notes. Hold on. Or don't hold on. Keep going. I just have to get my pencil. I'm
So
learning.
the really cool thing about ZBrush is, or rather the really powerful thing about the ZBrush is hidden in its retopologization features.
Hidden
So
features.
obviously, yeah, well, hidden, but everything is kind of hidden in ZBrush. It's a city UI. But in any case, you can, of course, like keep on subdividing and subdividing and subdividing, but inevitably you end up with like way too many polys, and it actually becomes more difficult to work surfaces. Like you find that when things become polygon dense, it like your brushes have to be set to a higher intensity and stuff like that. So it becomes
interesting,
really difficult to work with a mesh like that. And obviously it's going to quiche your computer when you sculpting on like 56 million polys or whatever.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So
good luck opening your project under 3 hours.
Yeah, or doing anything with it afterwards. So the cool thing is in ZBrush, what you can do is you can retopologize on the fly. You have two different features that do that for you. One is called Dynamesh, and the other is called Z-Remesher. Dynamesh is kind of like, it'll basically just shrink wrap your entire mesh. And the cool thing about it is you can have multiple separate objects, and as long as they intersect each other, they'll like join together, they'll shrink wrap together and become one mesh. So it's quite powerful for like instantly adding things to other things, like just attaching them together like one time.
Without like adding a shit ton of garbage to make it run like crap. That's amazing.
Yeah. Z-Remesher, on the other hand, is more for optimizing your meshes. So it's kind of like it puts you in the perfect position to continue sculpting, or to even move towards like manual retopologization for animation and stuff like that. Because what it really does for you is, let me go down to my lowest poly level so you can kind of see. So if you look at like my shapes over here, I'll switch to maybe something that's a bit more visible. So you can see my polygons on the surface here. If I if I start manipulating them too much, you can see that it starts to look all like broken and shit.
It's It triggers
So-
me.
Right?
Vile,
If I
thank
were
you for
to
that.
Z-remesh at this point, it would add the necessary polygons to the side of it to better express this shape smoothly. So instead of having like a single polygon shape here to distinguish this point, it would add 4 and take an average between them and essentially smooth it out, but add only topology where it's necessary. So then it would take this space here, which is essentially quite flat and open, and average out between it, calculate that it doesn't need any extra polygons, and not increase the count anymore.
Oh my god, that's so efficient.
So it's pretty intense, yeah.
And
what
that's the
you'll also
Dynamesh,
see,
right?
that's Z-remesher.
That was the other
So what
one,
you'll
okay.
also see is that they follow the curve of like what you're sculpting, and that's an important feature for animating things. So like these shapes and how they
I love the
compress
dot
and
that
squish and
moves.
stretch basically affect how you can animate things. If these shapes weren't configured in the correct way, you wouldn't be able to animate this object. So it also like retopologizes according to the masses and volumes of an object, which is really, really cool.
Whereas if you did it in ZBrush, it would do it where it would like average out over across the whole thing and just add unnecessary polygons. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, so you get an effect. Let me just see if I can
Oh,
do
look how
this.
fucking smooth that is. It's so sexy. Thank you, Fissy.
Make this go away.
I love learning new shit.
Make that go away.
This program seems just like there's no limit. The limit does not exist. The limit does not exist!
Scary clown says
There is
run
no
away.
limit. So let's say I want to make like tentacles coming off the side of his pip over here. So I pull out these big long thingies here, but instead of having like nice smooth shapes, obviously I've got this sharp issue here.
He's a horny toad.
So I have 3 options, right? Either I can subdivide, which will do this, and adds topology everywhere without any, like, I don't know, like without really caring what's anywhere, it just adds, like, subdivides.
Yeah.
And like I said, on the short term, that's fine, but as things go on, you'll end up accumulating a lot of polygons where you don't necessarily need them. Then my next option is Dynamesh, which I will just do quickly here.
Oh, you have to see it. McNasty, what up, gay?
Hi, gay.
How are you, love? He is a
And you'll see that
frog.
like Dynamesh works pretty well, but it still like can't quite pull off what we're looking for. So if I go over down to Z-remesher, for example, I'm just going to click that. Busy doing some calculations.
Can you guys read those? Oh, you can't even see what he's choosing on the side. Maybe I can move your things so they can see the programs you're touching.
I can. So now I don't know if y'all can see. There we go. That'll be a bit easier. So now you can see that there's actually still an even distribution of polygons here. Whereas before, let me just go back. This is what it had before I did the Z-remesher. So it had kind of just pulled all those points to the side. Then after having done these calculations, it's pretty much managed to average out the exact same density of polygons as it had before.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like I said, a super, super powerful feature that lets people just kind of keep going.
It's amazing.
Instead of just subdividing and subdividing and subdividing forever.
Yeah, I kind of like, coming from like just doing what I've done in digital, it reminds me of like taking everything and needing to go to Photoshop to finish anything.
Yeah, and then like as long as you keep things in like a good order, you kind of always have a decent structure that you're building on in terms of like this base mesh that's kind of beneath the surface, so to speak. Then if I subdivide that, then at least I know everything's, like all the polygons are where they need to be. So here, you'll probably find if I were to pull something up, you can see it's not very dense.
Cheers, Ellie.
Or at least not in a point of any sort of detail.
I moved the layout so they can actually see what you're clicking. Because I noticed it actually says the names. If you guys look on the right, it says like a Z remesher, Dynamesh. It says all the names of them.
Yeah, so for any of you interested parties, you can see here, this is all of my geometry features. This is my subdivision level over here. You can kind of navigate through it. Obviously, there's hotkeys and stuff. But there's also all of these insane options to modify your topology and stuff like that.
What's topology?
Because topology is this network of shapes that makes up the object, essentially.
Ooh, the landscape, you would say, maybe.
Yeah.
Cool.
I
thought that's what it was, but I just wanted to make sure.
Topology,
we have a button.
topography,
Okay.
it's pretty close.
Thank you.
Yeah, every three-dimensional object is essentially made up of a whole bunch of shapes of different kinds. And then by registering in the software where the points of all of the shapes connect and where they are in three-dimensional space along 3 coordinates, x, y, and z, they can generate an object.
I could see this getting really dangerous because you don't ever have to stop adding detail. Like, I feel like from what you're telling us, you just keep going and going and going and going and going.
If you have like a solid workflow, you can that's the thing. Like these days I stop when I get bored. I'm like, okay, it's done.
Yeah.
Otherwise it'll just go forever. Like you kind of have to eventually resign yourself to the fact that it's only over when you're done with it.
Yep. That's why I've been working lately on like trying to draw faster because I get bored so fast. Because I love details and I get way too into them. That is so cool. I wish I could sculpt my face like this.
Sculpt your face like this.
Oh my god, I just noticed you gave him goat eyes and I love it.
Yeah.
Do you know why their pupils are shaped like that?
I'm sure I recently heard about it or read about it. But no.
It's so prey animals tend to have horizontally like leaning pupils because the predator animals like cats, big cats and shit, and wolves, they have slanted pupils or round pupils. And their slanted pupils are so that they can see through the shards of grass to see their prey, but their prey can see the fucking, beast because their pupils are built to see the horizon and see the changes. So each one evolves to see the other one. It's kind of interesting. I would love a butt emote, but they keep getting reported. Unless you put pants on it. Like, what's the point?
Unless it has pants or it's not human.
Yep.
It seems.
I mean, even human. I had a millie butt. They knocked it.
Oh yeah, true.
People
Okay.
reported Fister, not Gregarious Fister, but Fister's fucking Fisters. He fucking had to change his name because some bitch reported him. It's just so dumb. And that's what's sad is that a person has to report you.
Can't just enjoy a good thing.
Right. And it's a butt. Like, come on. Aw, thanks, John. I mean, it'd be fun, though. I know, I have to get, like, insanely creative for a butt. Mayo, whose is that? Because I had one similar to that had a butt as a face, and it got reported and deleted twice. My butt wizard. It was the most adorable wizard with a butt for a face, and it barely looked like a butt. I mean, it was, like, very cartoony.
Barely looked like a butt.
But it just takes one person. Because what happens is when you report someone, then it goes to a bot that just deletes the emote right away. And then it puts the streamer in bad standing with Twitch. And then we have to wait 9 weeks before we can fucking upload another emote. Every time someone does that. It's just fucking dumb. We have brain emotes. Brains are cooler. Split the butt over 2 emotes. I wouldn't want people to be gross with it, though, and be like fucking butts unconsensually, you know? I'd have to make it safe somehow. I could probably do that. That's a good idea, Mark. I'm gonna write that down.
What's what?
Split, making it so the butt emote, quote unquote, is actually 2 emotes that you have to put together for it to be anything.
I like the way you think.
Yeah. It's a really good idea, Mark. I'm writing it down.
We'll do it.
Got it. The negative space is just underwear. Oh my god, that's funny. It's a G-string. I mean, I was thinking, like... Because I don't want it... You know, I love vulgarity, but I don't want to make it easy for trolls to use my emotes for gross things. So we gotta make it, like, a funny butt, not a sexy butt. You guys know what I mean?
I think I know what you mean.
Yeah. People always take it to a dark place. Valid. The hentai's doing... Actually, we're Mickey just gave us a really cool lesson on how to re-texturize and make things look really smooth without adding asinine amounts of extra pixels, I would say, but it's, what do you call them? What's the word?
Polygons.
Polygons to it, making it just like some huge astronomical file. It was really cool. That is so cool. You're literally carving into his arm. Oh my god, look at his arm wrinkles. Stop it.
Gotta give him cute little wrinkles.
That is so precious. The rainbow eggplant being removed, only because it was gay. A quivering butt? How would I make that an emote? We'll brainstorm. Mickey literally makes a lot of my emotes for me. Like, the vast majority of them are his hand. So, I'm taking notes, but his ears are on this.
I'm listening.
How dare you make me read that with my eyes? Oh my god. Kino, so basic fundamentals, you have verticals, which are individual points. Like where, ooh, more information. Like where you see the lines on that model meet. The point would be a vertex. The lines connecting those points are called edges, and when you have 3 or more points connected, you can create a polygon. This is good information, which is a shaded space between those points. Though it's a good practice to make your model made only of quads or squares, which I believe ZBrush enforces since it only does sculpting. Is that true, Mickey?
So ZBrush doesn't actually enforce that.
It sounds like it would be a good thing, but I don't know.
It depends, right? So it doesn't necessarily completely enforce that because it will use triangles and things like that in order to push for extra detail. All of the features, as far as I'm aware, that do retopologization, however, will make things all quads. And when you bring things into ZBrush, it will make meshes in a way that it can understand them, like it will convert them. But as far as I understand, ZBrush will deal with other shapes. It probably won't be happy about it, though. Like, it won't get you a good result to work with.
Why would someone work with other shapes? Like, is there any reason someone would do that on purpose?
I can think of a couple of reasons. For example, sometimes it's not really important to worry about what your object is made of. So if you're making something for a still, like a still image, and it doesn't need to like
be animated
move or animate in whatever way, then I guess it doesn't really matter what your topology is as long as it can be rendered in whatever way you want.
So it's just preference, kind of.
I guess, but at the same time, there is a standard that a lot of softwares have kind of caught onto. So oftentimes strange polygons won't register as well for like lighting functions and rendering functions because of the way softwares render objects in 3 dimension. So it's often best to keep it kind of as recommended,
Yeah.
because there's so many reasons why it's not a good idea.
Yeah.
But people do it for different reasons. I mean, like another reason that I've seen that some people intentionally mess up their geometry is like for doing like sculpted water, right?
Oh yeah.
It's a mind fuck of a thing,
I
like
can't.
trying to sculpt something like water,
Sounds like a fucking living nightmare.
right? Like yeah, it's weird. So they would like break up a whole bunch of geometry, make it super whack, like all sorts of weird shapes and stuff like that, just completely wrecked and broken, and clump it together, and then use ZBrush's retopology features in such a way that it shrink wraps the objects together to make like a very organic result.
Oh.
That almost appears like droplets and things like that.
Oh.
So people have like strange techniques and maneuvers that they pull with different things. So it's not like there's no place for that sort of geometry. It's just that there's a lot of reasons not to use it in
Yeah.
most cases.
It would be very purposeful. Particle geometry. I was never good at geometry. I'm really bad at holding a picture in my head. Mental, like, I'm really good at mental math. Like, I've always been good at other types of math that I can do quickly in my head, but geometry, for some reason, like, the worst math problem you can ever ask me is, like, you know, what's the shortest distance between these two distances, but you can't do a straight line? Like, that just fucked me up, dude. Why can't I understand it to this day? My brain, like, vomits and starts to go into convulsions. It's like, what does that mean?
I think you have to think of it a little bit differently than under the context of school geometry, right? Because this is more like understanding understanding and translating geometry in space with your mind, and like that's pretty different from like the schoolyard kind of notion of memorizing facts about geometry and working out problems with geometry. So don't ever feel that because you were bad at math in school, and a lot of people have this idea. They feel like because they were bad at math in school that 3D is not a good option for them, or
Really?
that digital is not a good option for them because of like some of the mathematics functions and stuff like that. But the truth is, it's kind of a whole different grasp of a lot of these things. It's not as people would present them in school.
Hail Satan. I am so tired today. I don't know why. I slept good, I think. I'm trying to catch up on chat in case I missed something, because I've been just watching you. I love that. I love watching the wrinkles. That's so cool. The folds, the skin folds. Some modifiers will automatically make the thing grow hair. Oh, Mickey showed me yesterday. He gave this thing like a fucking soul beard. It was hilarious. Is it one of those days? Man,
Yeah.
I've felt it since the moment I woke up. Like, normally, when I wake up, I feel great. And I've just felt kind of groggy all day, like dragging. Look at those floppy chins, or drippies. Glands?
We'll do a nice example here.
Oh, you're going to give him a soul patch? Some more
Yeah,
3D
let's give him
info. While 4 points would create a quad, 3 points would create a try, while anything with more than 4 paints is called an n-gon. Does anybody use an n-gon? Like, that seems...
Several people use n-gons.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Like
I'm just
I said,
curious.
Depends on the software.
Yeah.
ZBrush will support n-gons because it kind of automatically cuts objects, well, shapes,
Yeah.
like inside of itself, which is quite strange. But that's just
Did you
one of
take your
ZBrush's
joy
functions.
today?
But again,
Never
it's
forget
one
to
of those
take your
things, like plenty
joy,
of people
and I
use
guarantee you they will
handguns
go as
when
smooth as
making
velvet.
guns and stuff like that, like hard surface
Oh, I
objects.
could see that. Yeah.
Static things that don't need to like flex or distort.
My least
things like
favorite
that.
things in the world to draw.
Hard surface objects.
Boring. I hated when I was in college and I went to art school before I did chemistry and medicine. And one of the classes I took was all perspective. So you had to go pick these creepy long ass hallways in the college and sit in a hallway and just draw it for hours. And I was just like, ma'am, it's lines though. Please let me add
Many
something.
lines. Okay, what kind of hair do we want to give this Froggo's chinny chin chin?
Ooh, what kind of hair are we gonna do? Cheers, should we cheers? I have a bowl. I can cheers.
Got some base options to choose from here.
Dude, what's
This
that
thing
like?
is
The one to the right of what you just clicked. What is that? Oh, it's
this
gross.
looks
I
like-
love it.
like reeds or something. Let's see.
It's like the nastiest, like scraggly. He's trying
Okay, we
really
have to make it
hard.
shorter because it's real long.
It's so gross. It looks like armpit hair. Like it's that density. Ew. It's, oh my god. You don't have to do that hair. I just wanted to see what it would look like. It is.
Well, now I do too.
It's me. I did it. I'm sorry, guys.
That's what it looks like.
Ew.
But oh, I think it's like feathers.
Oh my god, it's a
or
neck beard.
something.
You made him a neck beard.
That was yeah. Let's give it a whole bunch more fibers.
Oh, Kino says doing hair in Blender sucks, so they're excited to see this. Oh, ooh, that's kind of cool. It actually looks like hair-ish.
Let's zoom out a bit so that we can
Oh,
actually see what's
my
going on here.
lord. Imagine what that moustache smells like. Sarah, welcome
Sure.
back.
Very tasty.
Because
I
his
do wanna
tongue
get
would be
apple
all
now.
over that. I bet the one in the middle is like matted down. Like sick slobber mat. Cheers.
So, going to do a little. Give him a Fu Manchu.
Maybe it is the espresso, Sarah. Oh, is your internet not working? It might be. I haven't shaved in a month and I have a neck beard. Same. Aw, look, I like those ones look much more real. Oh.
And then you would go and like, let's just add a line that goes through
So
here.
this is, what are you doing right now? If you want to talk us through it, I know I talk too much.
So I'm basically masking areas where I want the hair to be. So what I'm using is the ZBrush fiber mesh function.
Mm-hmm.
And what it does is it generates quote unquote fibers, but they're actually polygon shapes, like very simple polygon
Oh,
shapes.
okay.
Along the surface wherever you've masked your polys. Which is really cool because it generates actual polygons. It means that you can export it to other softwares really easily and also edit it with
Oh.
like a variety of sculpting tools and stuff like that as well.
That is so cool.
So now let's do another layer of hair.
2 months, you came back!
You came back.
Kelty, you sneaky hoe. The fuck was that sound?
Dude, for real though. Hail some Satan, motherfuckers.
Now I put another layer there. But we do a little bit less coverage, you know.
I could have
That's
swore
a
I
bit
just
more
heard a
focused.
bong bong. Did anybody hear a ding ding sound? Am I losing my mind? Is the weed that good? You did? Did it sound like it was coming from my audio or like my house? Did someone just ring a doorbell I don't think I have? Okay, I'm gonna check the front door or something. Do you need a break, Mickey, or is it your bedtime? I don't want to push you. I don't know how late you want to go. Dude, that looks
It's gonna be
really
my
cool.
bedtime soon.
That looks so cool. Dude, I just saw it when it smoothed out like that. That looks really nice. Ooh, hair on the tongue. Ew. Oh, Mickey.
Bros.
I hope you stay safe and sleep wonderfully. I love you. And get your
Yes.
computer working.
Other Mickey.
Other Mickey, but if you're going to bed too, same. But I know your computer's working.
True.
But this isn't like a front page thing or anything. Like we can work on this all week and hang out. I love learning
Yeah,
this. This is so fun.
I'm probably going to be working on this each evening, just like for funsies. So if you all want to hang out with me and chill while I do it, that'd be super cool.
Dude,
I'm probably going to go through the painting process as well, because that's super fun in ZBrush. It's really
he's
like,
shown me.
simple
I've
and
seen a
easy.
very small taste of what it's like to paint in ZBrush, but I'm excited. It's really, really cool. I just wanted to tell you my favorite. Every time you zoom out, my favorite part of it is that tiny little wrinkle on his foot, and I hope you never get rid of it. He has like a
Tiny
little
little
cankle wrinkle.
wrinkle.
Do you see that tiny little
Oh,
fold?
Don't you worry, there's gonna be cankle wrinkles for days.
I love him, Chonky.
And yeah, like there's a couple of posing things that I'll do when I'm done as well. So, like as you can see, I'm kind of like preparing a frame, like from somewhat down here, where the tentacles give me a nice composition. So I'm like as foreground elements.
Excuse me.
eh.
Oh
So
yeah, and
something
he's
like that.
also gonna add platforms to all the creatures he creates, which is gonna be sick.
Yes. So
Look at
the
that.
idea is to make them printable. So these are separate pieces that, in theory, will be like movable as like game pieces kind of thing.
Dude, he totally has gout. Like, lay off the deli, bro.
Shame, but deli is so tasty.
Dude, for real. Someday when I visit you, I have to try that jerky.
Yeah, hopefully it won't be that long from now.
I mean, the moment I can escape this place, God knows if I'll ever come back. I mean, what? America.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and make a plan to send you stuff, but I'm still trying to figure out if I can actually send you meat products.
I mean, I'm sending you stuff, but there's no... I mean, there's a pretty meaty bitch in there. Ha!
There's a pretty bitchin' meat in there.
But not meat. Oh my god, Kelty, I forgive everything all the time. I am queen of being tired and what's the word? Procrastinating forever. I'm very patient. Don't even worry about it. Take care of you first. I'm more interested in you. Dude, I love it. I'm so happy we get to do this together.
Right. It's super fun. Yeah. I'm looking forward to doing more work on the eye stalk because it's a really weird feature of this creature that I'm trying to make sense. And like
I know,
it doesn't
I'm
make a lot of
wondering,
sense.
like, is it 3 tentacles? Like, how is it a bone? Like, what?
I've looked at like some anatomy sketches and stuff, and it's an actual bone, like almost like a spinal bone that comes up.
Is his
So-
brain in the top? Like, is that the head?
No, so the head is like where the jaws are.
Okay,
There's
okay.
kind of like this weird spinal appendage that comes up. So
Oh, like a weird backwards tail?
yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's so cool.
So it's kind of got like this weird prehensile eye stalk with 3 eyes in it.
Oh,
I'll
it's
just bring up my
prehensile.
reference.
Oh, that is
Yeah.
really weird.
You can see like in this
Oh,
reference there.
yeah. It almost looks like it's 3. Like, see how on the top one, it looks like there's indents, like it's 3 bones going up. But did the anatomy show that?
No, so the anatomy, like it kind of seems like everyone just does their own thing.
Yeah. Then you do your
like
thing.
yeah. So I'm kind of like trying to stick to the general idea. If it was my design, I would probably just have the eyes like on the head, but
Yeah.
that's just me. But that's not the exercise, right?
No. It's cheating. There's no fun in cheating.
So yeah, I'm still like mentally trying to figure out how I'm gonna make it make anatomical sense, because even on like the skulls and stuff that I've seen sketched, it just looks weird. So I might have like the hint of like a spinal column running along the back of the creature.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, because if
That
you
just
think of
sort of
like the
protrudes.
anatomy of an eye, it's basically a ball of jelly water, and then in the nerves coming off, there's 3 nerves coming off the backs. So it needs some sort of like cage to protect them, like a skull, you know,
Yeah.
for it to make sense. But like a prehensile spinal column, I don't even know, bro. But I don't have a tail. I don't know how that works.
That's the thing, like it's weird to me that like this spinal column like appendage comes from the center of its skull.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out, like I said, maybe I'll have the spine running like almost
a
like
fun
the
project
spine
to
is
think about.
fused. Yeah. Almost like the spine is fused along the back of the skull and then
Yeah.
like continuing on along the back kind of thing.
That's
But we'll
kind
see.
of how snakes, like if you look at like a snake skeleton, their vertebrae attaches at the top plate of the back of the skull instead of the bottom, because they don't like have a hindbrain, you know, they're just like simple. So maybe like reptile skulls might help you.
Yeah. I mean, like
I don't
Kino
know.
Ghoul said, what helped me also with the last ones,
Yeah.
with the Beholder, is actually putting like a hard shell type thing on them, like Kino Ghoul just mentioned
Oh.
there. So I put like plates on the outside of them, like on the top side,
You
to
could
give
make them
them like more rigidity and structure.
you could make them like bug eyes, like a fly eyeball, you know, like with all the millions of little facets, no eyelid or anything.
Yeah,
Because those are lightweight, not full of water.
true.
But I don't know.
I'm
I mean,
just
that's
yeah,
up to the artist.
but I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Yeah. But that's kind of
I
the name of the
love
game.
it. I love the tentacles. They're my favorite. Anything with little extra pieces like that just gets me. Do you see? Oh. He's
You
totally
void
asleep. His,
Puppo.
if you could see his face, his like creepy other eyelid is up. But his eyes are open. It's real creepy. I think this monster's on ClassyKatie's couch. I hope so. Do you know how amazing this monster would hug?
I'd love to have a miniaturized version of this monster.
Dude, oh my god, it'd be so cute. What
Like
would it...
maybe just the size of like the last digit on your thumb would be awesome.
So wait, I have a question for you. So when he moves, does he hop or does he like trudge like a cute little like Winnie the Pooh or something?
I think he kind of like trudges and buries himself in the dirt.
Oh,
and
that would
then
explain
like
the
waits
arms.
for
Yep.
unsuspecting, yeah, and then grabs them through the muck and pulls them into his giant maw.
Grapples them. That would explain the sticky tongue because of the weird, those like, what were they? I always forget the name of them. Those little suction cups.
Yeah,
But I love them. I think he's cute. I know he's supposed to be scary, but I kind of love him.
I also think so. Like, especially this illustration. I think
Yeah.
this illustration is fucking adorable, and I love
I don't
it.
know why. It's something to do with his face and his smile or his mouth. I don't know.
He's just kind of genuinely curious. I think that's what gets
Yeah.
me. He's like, oh.
Are
what
they
is this
swamp
thing?"
creatures? I looked it up, and like their highest stat was stealth, actually, which is interesting. So that's why we were thinking like
Yeah.
maybe it pulls itself under, maybe the swamp or something. Yeah.
Yeah, as far as I can tell, it's like swamps and bogs and things like that.
Very non-threatening. He's only poisonous and can swallow you whole. It's fine. Look
Yeah, I
how
mean, you
big
can
it
see
is, and he's
The size
stealthy.
differential.
What does he do to be fucking stealthy? Probably because he's in the water. It's probably like an alligator. They're pretty quiet.
Yeah, he buries himself into the ground.
Yeah.
Has just the stalks above ground, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Oh, that would explain the eyes on top of the head like a crocodile. No, you're totally right.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then
Yeah.
just lies in wait.
I didn't even think about that, but that makes a lot of sense. I love him. I love that we already have a story for him. It's awesome.
I hope that it develops as we go forward.
Oh, I'm sure. Because everybody's going to think about it. And then tomorrow or whenever you want to work on it next with us, we'll all be like, okay, so I was thinking. hyena dick, but there's 7
There's
or something
7.
absurd.
That's like community voting day flashbacks.
Oh my god. That we'll have to do voting for the painting, how you want to paint it and stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, like, we must definitely do more community voting days in the future.
Hell yeah. I feel like today was a lot of you, like, we learned a lot. I kept asking you questions. I apologize if that threw you off, but I feel like I learned a shit
No,
ton
not at all.
of basic stuff, which is awesome. I love him.
Yeah. It's super fun, and it's something that I enjoy doing. Like, I lectured for a good while.
Hell
'cause
yes.
I enjoyed it a lot.
Yep. It does seem very calming. I saw a coat of arms that I think you would like. It's a giant snake eating a person. That's way better than my coat of arms.
But yeah, anyway, I should probably eat something and then
Yes!
do a chill.
Nutrish,
I
don't forget your
will-
joy.
Yeah. I will see y'all on the flip-flop.
Thank you for...
I'll catch you tomorrow then. Are we gonna hang out and do art stuff?
Yeah, if you're down, I'm down.
Awesome.
I
Sick, then
love
will
this.
catch you
I'm
tomorrow.
learning so much. And someday I'll get my program to work and then we can art together and it's going to be amazing.
Right. I can even teach you ZBrush.
Oh, I have so many notes. Like, I've been taking really good notes as I watch you. Like, in general notes, kind of, just to give myself an idea of what I need to do when something bothers me. Because I really do want to learn it. Like, this seems like such an invaluable piece of technology to understand.
Yeah, like if you're an artist and I don't know, like it really allows you to have the freedom to get ideas out quickly if you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
So it's something that I'd recommend for any artists out there that are
Dude. And, like, I
looking
can
for
just...
something.
Exactly. Like, I'm sorry I interrupted you again. I got really excited when you were moving it around. I was just thinking about using this to paint. Like, you could build a
Mhm.
world and use it to get different angles of creatures and animals and things you want to paint. Like, it's just endless. This is not a stream
Exactly.
sponsored by ZBrush.
You never have to worry about perspective ever again
Right?
because
And lighting.
you
He can change
basically
the lighting. Oh my god.
you can take this at any point and just illustrate over it or paint on top of it or whatever the case may be.
It's so
Like you can
cool.
use ZBrush as just a basic foundation for, your 2D art, just to get like your perfect perspectives, like alter your camera settings and really make sure that just like your composition is perfect, and then you paint everything on top of it,
I
which
love
a lot
it.
of people do.
I mean, look at that angle with all the tentacles and stuff. I love that. I love, like, what's it called? Like, dynamic angles of photography and stuff. He's so cool. I'll be sure to think of you while this thing is devouring me in my nightmares. No, he's friendly. He hugs you to death, maybe.
He doesn't devour you. He sits at the foot of your bed and protects you.
Mm-hmm. He waits in your fish tank for people to try to break into your house, and then he hugs them until they're no more.
And gorges himself nicely. So
Yes.
good.
I love him. I think he's cool. We'll have to, tomorrow when we do more voting and stuff, we'll have to think about more details. He's so
Yes.
cool. I'm really excited. All right, Monkey, go eat and sleep and love on Alex. Tell her I love her and appreciate her so much.
I will do.
This is so much fun.